TLB Radio.
Under attack, always coming in last, bringing up the past. No one owes you anything, I think. You need a shotgun blast, a kick in the ass, so paranoid. Watch your back! Oh my, here we go, another loose cannon gone. Bipolar, slipped down, couldn't get much lower. Quicksand's got no sense of humor. Laughing like hell. You think that my crime to me, looking too sorry that I'm gonna believe you've been affected by social disease. Well then take your medicine. I created the sound of madness, wrote the book on pain. Somehow I'm still here to explain that the darkest hour never comes in the night. You can sleep with the gun when you gotta wake up and fight for yourself. I'm so sick of this tombstone mentality. There's an afterlife that it'll set you free, but I'm not gonna pop the seizure, a self-fulfilling prophecy. You think that my crime to me, looking so sorry that I'm gonna believe you've been affected by social disease. Well then take your medicine. I created the sound of madness, wrote the book on pain. Somehow I'm still here to explain that the darkest hour never comes in the night. You can sleep with the gun when you gotta wake up and fight for yourself. I created the sound of madness, wrote the book on pain. Somehow I'm still here to explain that the darkest hour never comes in the night. You can sleep with the gun when you gotta wake up, when you gotta wake up and fight. I created the sound of madness, wrote the book on pain. Somehow I'm still here to explain that the darkest hour never comes in the night. You can sleep with the gun when you gotta wake up and fight for yourself. When you gotta wake up and fight for yourself. When you gotta wake up and fight for yourself. When you gotta wake up and fight for yourself.
TLB Radio.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
This
We are what you made us. Exactly. So what's the big deal? 5 or 6 people get killed, and you all freak out and put it on us, and we're just reflecting you back at yourself.
is the Tate LaBianca
Had you let us put on a defense, we couldn't have explained to you why it happened.
radio program.
Broadcasting from the Star City of the South in Roanoke, Virginia. Oh my God, I think we're here. Everybody but my voice anyway. We are broadcasting from the Star City of the South in Roanoke, Virginia. You are listening live to the Tate LaBianca radio program. Good evening, TLBers. I'm Brian Davis alongside Tana Laufenberg as we are back to bring you the radio program which pursues the interest, the oddities, and the truth. The Tate LaBianca murders. Welcome in once again, Tana Laufenberg. How are you tonight?
I'm great. How are you?
You sound fantastic. Oh my goodness. I can feel it already. Oh my gosh, we're ready to roll tonight, as you can tell by the awesome thumbnail. Davis versus Laufenberg tonight. It seems like that's the teaser. And you know what's funny? It's kind of tongue in cheek in that it's for real. It's a straight shoot. Wouldn't you say? We're about ready to embark on a straight shoot tonight.
It's turning out to be.
Oh my gosh, if my voice holds up anyway, that might be your advantage though. I'm not kidding. Like, my voice is shot now. I've been doing liners and voiceovers for the last day and a half. And, you know, at my other job, now that I'm back on the mountain, and my voice is shot now. Can you tell?
Oh, yeah.
So my voice is shot.
It's so terrible.
And I need to like have it tonight to take you on.
Yeah.
I know you're going to bring it.
Right.
So what is wrong with you already?
Oh, I don't know. Nothing.
Like, I can already tell you've got like an attitude, like you're ready to roll. You're ready to rumble.
Oh, me have an attitude with you? Why would I ever have an attitude with you?
I don't know. I don't understand it myself, but you're ready to rumble. I apologize for coming on late. We are a bit late. You know, it's funny too. I look in the comment section and they're all, well, I think it was, who was it? Lynn? A guy named Lynn. Let me go back up here. Lynn Welch. He's one of those, Tana. You know what I'm talking about? One of those? Look.
No.
Oh, shut up. You do. Lynn says, mine says live at 8 p.m. It's 8:43. He's one of those. You must be new, Lynn. You must be new to the live broadcast. I know Lynn leaves some comments on the pages sometimes, and that's cool. I appreciate that, by the way. I appreciate anybody that listens. I don't care if you hate me or not. You're listening. You're commenting. That's analytics, according to YouTube. Anyway, Lynn, I know you comment a couple times. I appreciate it. But this is so like, mine says like they just like, I'm just here to pick shit apart. Mine says live at 8 p.m. It's 8:43. Oh, I'm miffed now. I think Lynn is miffed at us.
So what were you doing until 8:43, Brian?
Working audio issues out. That's why I was saying I apologize for being late. We had some audio issues, and it never ceases to amaze me how it surprises me every time, and I don't know why. I should very well expect it, but I don't. And so we have these audio issues, stupid things like recording level. Like right now, this very minute, my recording level is low, swing low, sweet chariot, low. And I'm like, fuck. So I'm going to go in my settings real quick. I'm going to adjust that level, and it's going to shoot up here, and then it's going to dip back down again for some reason. I don't know why. And I don't have time in the middle of the show to troubleshoot it and figure it out why it's doing that. So I'm going to try to solve it on the fly, if you will, and just increase the volume level. But I already know it because I've already done it 1,000 times. When I increase the volume level, it's going to somehow jump back down by itself. I've watched it do it by itself. I don't know why. It won't stay at the level that I want it, but we're going to try it again. And you're going to hear me go up a minute. You're going to hear the sound go up in a second here. And then it's going to shoot back down probably. But it's the best I can do right now. Anyway, so that's what I was dealing with before. Here we go. Well, it's going to go up now. All I'm doing is increasing the volume, the input level. That's all I'm doing right now. And there it jumps back down. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Anyway, I'll work with this later on. And in the meantime, we'll have to suffer through, I guess, low output. I don't know what the fuck to say.
You're crackling now. You're crackling.
Okay. I'm trying to explain. I'm probably doing all kinds. So trying to explain what's going on. But that's the skinny I'm dealing with right now. So that's why we were late getting on. And of course, Tana, when I have issues, Tana's got issues because Tana's got issues about everything. So I have to fucking deal with that.
Yeah.
I got to deal with that. I got to deal with that fucking bullshit too.
Right.
Yeah. So there you go. Yep. Crackling issues, Oompa Loompa voice. It's all there tonight. But with that being said,
I have
we're
an
here.
Oompa Loompa voice? Is that what you're saying?
I'm reading the chat comment right here. Mad Dog Morgan says Oompa Loompa voice.
Oh,
Probably mine, the way it sounds right now. It sounds like mine sounds like one of those little, hey, everybody, what's going on? Almost Boner Vantuski like, if you will. Everybody, hey, go pick that cheese up off the floor and eat it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know you're laughing at that, Tom, and you don't want to laugh. That's your problem right now. You want to laugh,
Right.
but you can't.
Right.
You're mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why it's going to be a good show tonight because we're already planning on going one on. And then the funny thing is we're really pissed off at each other. You know I'm telling the truth, Tana. I'm probably breaking some.
Yeah, you are actually.
I'm probably breaking down some fourth wall there, but that's a fact, Jack. You know it. I'm telling the truth. You probably didn't want me saying that, but I'm telling the truth.
I think that it's pretty evident.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm hiding it very well either. Am I?
I don't know. You know, like this is like your normal resting bitch face attitude. I don't know what you mean hiding it. You know what I mean? Nobody can tell because you're usually
resting bitch face attitude.
You're always in that bitch. You're always in that bitch mode, man. Like what? So what? Who cares? Whatever. Right? You're always like that. So I'm like,
yep.
I can't never tell when you're really mad or not.
Well, if I'm around you, just consider it that I'm mad. How about that? if I'm next to Brian and I have an attitude, just assume that I have a problem with him. No guesswork. He's an asshole. So there you go.
All right, Debbie Downer.
Okay, asshole.
Boner takes catalytic converters as payment.
Don't you have some news and notes to do?
I don't know. Could you turn that microphone down a little bit so you don't fucking jump in everybody's ear? Some people only have one, you know. Good God.
I will do that.
Thank you.
For the listeners, not for you.
That's why I'm saying it on behalf of the listeners.
Good.
All right. News and notes before we get into our whatever we're getting into tonight. By the way, I'm going to tell you right now, I've got some shrooms right here. Did I tell you that? I got some mushrooms right here. Don't make me eat these things right now. I'll eat the whole fucking, well, not all of them, but I'll eat half the bag just to deal with you.
I dare you. I dare you to eat half the bag.
All right, hang on a second. I'm going to prove. I don't know if I can do this. I guess I can do this. Hang on a second. Let me get this thing off the screen. You dare me to eat them live on the show here?
I double dog dare you.
You double dog dare. Holy fuck, that's serious shit there. All right, let me see something here. Hang on. I just want to prove.
Actually, you know what? No, I take that back because my luck, you'd end up having a heart attack and then I would go to jail for inciting you into eating.
All right.
Shrooms,
I got this. I got my camera on for a moment. I just want to just to show I'm not bullshitting.
Right.
There's what's left of my shrooms. I got a little bit of a top in there. So I'm going to pull those back. There you go. I'm tempted right now here's the thing. I don't like to get high or fucked up before or while I'm doing shows because it's never a good idea.
Oh, it might be a good idea.
And then sometimes I have broken that rule and smoked some pot before, and I've always regretted it. And I'm sure if I do these fucking shroomers, I'm going to be regretting it by about an hour from now. So I don't know if I want to, but like, I can't deal with you.
Right.
So I don't know. I may do it. I should do it and then see if you can tell. If you can even tell. You know? I don't know. We'll see. All right, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so we do have that tonight. It is going to be one-on-one. Tana Laufenberg going one-on-one with the great one.
Yeah.
And
You don't even have a picture of yourself as your little avatar.
Neither do you.
Yeah, but I don't have another person. I have a statue. You have another person.
That's not just another person, woman.
Oh, it's who you wish you were?
I wouldn't say that, but I'm a fan.
Fanboy?
You could, yeah, I'm not like it's better than being a fanboy of a fucking criminal.
Right.
All right. You see my point? I don't have nothing against that. I mean, if you want to be a fanboy or a mark, at least do it about something that's good. Why would you be a mark for a criminal? What the fuck kind of thinking is that? But I digress. Not much in the news and notes. I'm just going to read these off real quick to catch everybody up to date. Keep everybody up to date, I guess. Obviously, the 55th memorial is coming up for the Tate LaBianca murders this weekend. Tana and I will be taking the weekend off because of that very reason, and we will be paying our memorial by going silent that weekend. Why others, of course, will be celebrating. So if you like the murders or you think they're cool, then I'm sure you'll find an activity for your liking if that's the kind of thing you like. I, on the other hand, and Tana, on the other hand, do not kind of care for that kind of celebration. So we'll be, like I said, acknowledging the dates privately. And
no, I think I might go to Family Jams.
I wouldn't doubt it, actually. I think you would have been on that bus back in 1969 if you want to know the truth. You'd have been on that little black bus.
Right.
Anyway, so 55 years ago, that'll be that marking there. It's amazing. I mean, it's going to keep going. Obviously, it's never going to end. It's always going to go on now. And pretty soon it'll be 65, 70, and all that will be gone. And there'll be another group of people doing what we're doing, maybe. Or they'll probably come to their senses and go, what the fuck are we doing? And move on about their lives, which is probably what I should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going on this weekend. We'll be dark and we'll be back the following weekend, which I guess would be the 18th. So join us then for another live production here on the TLB Radio YouTube channel. Meanwhile, parole hearings coming up. Just to keep everybody up, we've got Bruce Davis that's actually due up this week on coming up on Thursday, August the 8th. Bruce Davis set to go back in front of that parole board. Remember, he got recommended. He got recommended recently, and then went and did a podcast with a serial killer lover. See, that's what you wouldn't want to be a fanboy about. But somehow we got those people out there too. And then here's the funny thing. We got fanboy lovers of the fanboy lover. How's that? Right? Like we got people that like the people that like the serial killers. Weird, but true. Where was that? Oh, so Bruce Davis has a hearing this week, August the 8th. I wonder if he's done any more podcast guesting since. I don't know. We'll see. So that's coming up. Then the next hearing will be in January when Bobby Beausoleil goes back up for a parole hearing. Pat Krenwinkel comes up of June next year, and October 26th, Charlie Watson. You think Tex will ever get out? That's the big question. Tex, Watson. It's almost assumed that the others will get out, I guess. I don't know. I mean, Krenwinkel's got a good chance of getting out herself, and everybody says she was the real Tex Watson of the women. I don't know. Here's my thinking, Tana. What do you think about this? Maybe this could be another one of these things we fight on. I don't know, but we have never really talked about this. And this is probably going to be very unpopular, but by the logic, okay, keep in mind what I'm saying here. By the logic of letting out Leslie Van Houten, by that logic, you have to let out every one of them, including your favorite, Tex Watson. I should start advocating now for all of them to get out. I mean, if you let out Leslie Van Houten, how can you not let the others out? How not? What's the reasoning? What's the logic? If you let Pat out, how do you say, oh, Pat, I'm sorry, I keep saying Pat. If you let Leslie out, how can you say, oh, you shouldn't let out Tex? I know what you're going to say. I know what the argument's going to be, but how can you? I don't see how you could argue that. That's not logic. That doesn't make sense. What say you, Tana?
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you're going to let Leslie out, you got to let Pat, Tex, Bruce. Well, Bruce didn't have anything to do with him, but the Hinman thing, and then Krenwinkel. Well, Bobby too, for that matter. Bobby and Bruce, they'll probably both get out because they only killed one person, and Bruce didn't even do anything but hold the gun. I think is what he did. Anyway, that's the upcoming parole schedule for anybody interested. And that's really about it for the news and notes because, the memorial's this weekend. Hard to believe, but it's here. It comes around quicker these years, it seems like. All right. All righty. Whatever. We ready? I'm a tongue twister here.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even eaten these mushrooms yet. I'm going to wait to the end of the show, I think. Or if you work me up so much, I might go, fuck it, and just gobble them all down.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, what's going on, man? What is this what is this Tana versus Brian thing? All right, let me explain.
It's funny because I didn't intend for it to be the way that it's turning out to be exactly.
I didn't either.
Prophetic.
I know it is, isn't it? It really is. It's cool, actually. It's actually adding the good element to it. We're going to be happy later that we did it like this.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. We don't know it yet, but we're going to be happy. What does everybody else think before we get into this? I'm curious. Do you guys think right now you can respond? I'm going to go into the chat room and read the replies. Do you think if they let one out, all of them should be out? Or do you try to split it up or split hairs, if you will, and say, well, Tex did more, so he should never get out. Leslie only stabbed somebody 16 times, so she shouldn't get out. She should get out. Bruce didn't do it. Like, how do you guys rationalize it? Because I think if you let one out, to me, they're all guilty equally. I don't care. That's just me.
Do you think there's a greater risk if you release one as opposed to the other? Do they hold different risks?
That could be argued. Yes, that you could probably argue that. Although I don't know. Could you really? I mean, they all seem to have that same attitude that night, and every one of them did participate, except for maybe Susan. But I don't know. Susan participated by holding Sharon down. So they all participated, man. I'm sorry. Yes, they're all dangerous. Let me ask you this, Tana. Let's say, because I know where you're going with this, I think. You're going to say Tex is more dangerous than the others because of him actually being the ringleader and doing most of the damage. But let me ask you this. Let's say you let Leslie out, who did the least damage, right? Or Susan, so say she got out, who did the least amount of damage or whatever. What if they're susceptible to becoming part of another mass murder? Even if they don't actually pull the trigger or make the fatal stabbing motion. What if they're just part of another mass murder group? Not that at age, I know everybody goes, oh, come on, she's 70 some years old. Granted, I'm saying though, when you're just talking risk factor, maybe they're not at risk of actually committing the murder themselves, pulling the trigger, but maybe they might get wrapped up in another conspiracy. It sounds like
how influenced do you think they were to participate in the Tate LaBianca murders?
Doesn't seem, I don't know. How influenced? I don't know.
Like, if you feel like they could be influenced, then there's more concern than if you feel like they aren't. Because if they're rehabilitated, you know, and they are of their own individual mind, that's one thing. But then if they're so easily manipulated and then you let them out, I mean, who knows what could happen? You know what I mean? Like they could just be used by.
And that's my argument. Yes, that's what I kind of agree with that. Yeah,
but I don't think they were brainwashed, and I don't think that they were that influenced. So
I don't either. I really don't either, to be honest. Well, and when I say influenced, you're talking influenced like brainwashed influence, right? Not like, hey, that's a good idea. Because I think they were influenced like, hey, this is a good idea. Let's go do this. And, you know, like anytime you're in a group setting, it's a different mentality than an individual setting. You always think differently in a group. It's like tribal thinking. And that can happen. No? Am I wrong?
I think in extreme situations, but I don't think that there's anything that would fit that with these people. They weren't like isolated on an island or something.
Really? So you think they would have done that shit up there that night at Cielo if Tex Watson hadn't have been there?
No, not necessarily.
Well, that's just what you just said. You just said that tribal thinking's not there in this particular
but
case.
when you're talking about the bigger things as of
saying,
the ranch, that they have the cult. That's what I'm saying. There's no cult.
It's a nice little trick you got there.
Boy, I better make sure I'm speaking clearly because you're going to jump my shit too.
No, I would just prefer not to be talked over when I'm talking, but I know that's a little bit to ask, probably.
It is a lot to ask, yeah, because you're always talking.
Well, a lot of people talk, Tana, but I'm the only one that really has anything to say.
Right. To yourself.
Except for Tuesday Low. Release the text tapes, and I'll decide who needs to get out. That's a good point. Tana doesn't think there's anything on there worth the fuck, do you, Tana? You think the text tapes are a joke? You think they're nothing. You think they're a nothing burger, right?
I don't think there's going to be much on there that's a game changer. I don't.
Yeah, no reason to keep them from the public because there's nothing on them, right? No big deal. That's probably nothing suspectful at all. Nothing on them anyway. I agree with you, Tuesday. They should be released, and I think they might be revealing at least to kind of give us an idea of what originally was said in the beginning anyway. Because I got a feeling what Tex Watson says now, or what any of them say now, I don't think it's the same as what's on those tapes.
I think it's going to be almost exactly the same.
And you might be right. We will never know, probably, because they seem to get those tapes and be able to do what they want to keep them from us. So we'll never know. But, all right, we're setting it up, folks, in case you can't feel it. We're getting ready to come out swinging. Parole stops with Pat, says James May. I'm sorry, man. I just think that they all should get out. If one gets out, first of all, everybody knows I don't think any of them should get out. But I think if you let one, then you're hypocritical in saying the others should stay in. That's all I'm saying. Doug Derby, there has to be many reasons they never have been released. I know. That's right, Doug. That's what I'm saying. There's a reason. They aren't hiding them because there's nothing on them. That's what I say, Tuesday. Why not release them if there's nothing on them? I agree. Hunter Elaney agrees with you, Tana Laufenberg. You're probably right. Just a moron babbling on the tapes. I mean, that's basically what you think too, right? He's just babbling whatever.
I don't know.
I will say it's kind of odd that Watson says, oh, whatever's on there is in the book. That's what happened. But if you read his book, he's basically reciting the Bugs Helter Skelter bullshit. That's basically what's in his book. So I don't know how he knew all that so soon. But anyway, I digress again. It's a night of digression. All right, let's get into it a little bit. You ready to fight?
Not really.
Not really?
Mm-mm. So what do you got?
Dude, I'm about to turn heel on you, and it's not going to be nice. It's going to be heel. I'm going to go heel.
Good. Bring it.
You don't want that, man. You think you do, but you do not. Really? You really want to do this right now, right here? Are you really fucking serious? I mean,
No.
it, man. You tell me right goddamn now.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You know what? First of all, shut the fuck up and quit talking over me. I'm about sick of that fucking bullshit.
Really?
That's the first thing. I've had it enough of that. Man. I have sucked it up where I don't say nothing about it. You do it all the fucking time. Quit fucking talking over me. Are you just waiting for me to shut up?
Do you ever shut your mouth so someone else can speak?
Fucking motherfucker, you're doing it right fucking now.
That's right, I am.
You're a fucking bitch.
That's right.
You fucking inconsiderate bitch.
And you never shut your mouth.
Go fuck yourself. I don't shut up and I want to shut up, motherfucker. You don't tell me. There's not a goddamn time limit on how long I can talk, bitch. You don't control the time limit on people talking. I will talk, and I'll never shut the fuck up just to drive you fucking crazy.
Right.
The point of the matter is you don't give a fuck if I shut up or not. You're still going to talk over me. That's the fucking thing. I'm sick of it, man. You know what? It's rude.
Now I'm gonna talk over you all night. Every minute that we're on here, I'm gonna talk over you. I don't give a fuck anymore.
All right.
If I gotta hum Christmas carols to talk over you, I will, to make noise over you. I'm sick of it.
I know you will. Are we gonna do the fucking material or not?
Go ahead, do the material, Brian. Go ahead.
All right.
And if you do it like an asshole, I'm gonna be a bitch right back.
I'm not trying to, man. I've been trying to do this on the real for since the fucking beginning.
Well, you already set the pace, so
you set the fucking pace.
No, you set the pace.
I didn't set the pace. You set it an hour ago backstage.
Yeah, you did an hour ago
in the green room or whatever the fuck we're calling it. I don't know what the fuck. You set the pace then, man.
Nope. That was you.
All right, fucking let's get into it.
I'm gonna talk over you.
You're not, look, dummy. You're not hurting me,
dummy.
Okay? See? Yes, because you're being dumb. You're dumb.
Really?
Yes,
you're
dummy. You're dumb. If you think you're hurting me by talking over me, you're not hurting me, you dummy. You're hurting the audience. It sounds bad. Why do you think I tell you not to do it? I don't do it because I don't want you. Like it's rude because it sounds bad. Dummy.
Yep.
God.
So I tell you what, I won't talk over you.
If no, what I'll talk over you. Fuck everybody else, Brian.
Why don't you shut your mouth and let somebody else talk? How about that? Is that a fair deal? If you shut your fucking mouth, then I don't talk over you?
How do I know when to shut up when you're going to decide you want to talk, Queen?
Oh, when I decide I'm going to talk.
That's basically what it is. You don't give a fuck what anybody else is doing. If you want to talk, you're just going to blurt right out whatever the fuck you want to blurt out.
What you're doing. So you shut up and I won't talk over you. That's fine. Is that a deal? You shut your mouth every once in a while and I won't talk over you. Do we have a deal?
Shut my mouth every once in a while. Let me guess. You're going to determine when the once in a while time limit is, right?
Well, if you want to talk about someone being courteous, be courteous.
This is not a communism fucking country.
Right. So why don't you stop the bitching and get into the material?
I'm not bitching. I'm saying, are you ready?
Give me a chance to speak.
Look, you asshole. I said, are you ready to get into this? And you're like, I guess. Not really. Not really.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, that sounds real good. Real good radio there. Not really.
Right.
We promise a fucking one-on-one for a fucking 3 days. We come to the material.
Oh, they're getting one now.
You fucking asshole. Keep doing it, motherfucker. Just keep doing it. Go ahead. You're so fucking stupid. We finally get to the point. I say, are you ready to go? You ready to roll? And you're like, not really.
I don't care.
Not really. I don't care.
Not really. I don't care.
Yeah, way to fucking promo a show, baby.
Yeah. And nice to ruin it before you even go live.
Oh, yeah. I ruin it. Right. I ruin it because I'm like, hey, fix your fucking sound. I'm ruining it.
Nope. Because you're a motherfucker.
Shut up. I'm ruining it. You know what?
Nobody's going to be listening to this, so what does it even matter? I mean, this is just
same old song and dance, my friends. Same old song and dance from Utah to Laufenberg every fucking week. Out to every fucking thing. You're ruining the backstage. You called me a fucking Debbie Downer. You called me a fucking. Okay. You called me a snowflake. Right. I'm not doing the show. Fuck the listeners, right?
Oh, you know what?
Fuck the people. But I'm the problem.
Yep, you sure are.
Yeah, Tana, I've been in this business for almost 25.
So why don't you get onto the material and shut your face hole other than talking about the case? How about that?
I'm trying. All right. All right. Here we go. Now that we've established some personal issues to this, we'll be ready for this argument tonight.
I'm sorry that this is playing out in front of everyone. I'm just sick and tired of him being an asshole. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. You get your say. Now, with that being said, you're about ready to get your ass kicked.
Oh, okay. By who?
You know.
By who?
By the coach. Now.
Right. Okay.
Let's do this. So here's the thing. We've got a couple issues. And this is where this came from, because we thought we'd the plan originally was kind of a lighthearted sparring session tonight between Tana and myself on a couple of issues that we have with the case that, despite, I guess we agree. What would you say, Tana? We agree probably about 98% of the case, 99 maybe even.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe 99% we agree on the case, on the murders, on this whole case. Okay, but when we get into some detail, from time to time, we find an issue or two that and this has been going on. Would you say since the beginning of our relationship that's been going on? This particular issue that we're getting ready to get into, it's been going on from the beginning. Like we'll overlook it or we'll bypass it for a little bit. But it always comes back around in our other discussion somewhere, right?
Yes.
So we decided tonight on our last show before the break, before the Memorial Day break, we thought let's hammer this out on the show. Let's hammer this issue out and let's see what the people think. Because I'll tell you the truth, I could go either way. I mean, I could be convinced is what I'm trying to say. This is not an issue where I'm like, okay, I'm firm and I'm never going to change. I mean, if you can make me think differently, I'll change my position. And I think that's fair to say about you too.
Right.
Okay, so I don't know.
But I've already thought my position through, and I don't think that there's anything you could say that's going to take me off of it.
Nor same here.
Right.
But I'm saying maybe somebody out there can change my mind. I don't know. I'm going to wait and see how the people think.
Right.
But I still think not. I still think I'm going to come away with my position still.
Of course you will.
Yeah. So what does that mean? So we'll find out here as we get ready to battle it out here. It's first of all weighing in at 400 pounds in the mouth. This is Tana Laufenberg.
What did you just say?
Tana Laufenberg.
That's what you're gonna do? Really? I thought
out of the blue corner.
Mm-mm.
Fighting out of the blue corner out of Lipstick City.
Lipstick City.
She is the Titan herself. Tana Laufenberg.
Are you really doing that? Wow.
That's right. Tana Laufenberg. Ladies and gentlemen.
Just get on with it. Please,
right.
Just get on with it.
Thank you. All right. That's Tana Laufenberg fighting out of Lipstick City. Meanwhile, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 200.
Oh, I see what you're doing now. Okay, I get it. All right, go ahead.
From the Star City of the South, Roanoke, Virginia, the coach, Brian Davis.
No chance, that's what you got.
See, I should have a better song.
You're going down, baby.
Right.
All right. There you go, baby. Now we got the matchup set. The two fighters are in the ring. We're waiting for the bell.
Okay.
Ding, ding. Here we go. Round one. All right. Here we go, folks. This is the issue. You all are aware of the infamous Tex Watson drug deal of this whole case. Basically, it hinges on this whole drug deal. Tex Watson, according to Tex anyway, in his book says he came up with an idea to rip off his former girlfriend, Rosina Kroner, by telling her that he's got a guy that he can get some weed from pretty cheap. I think it's like $2,500, I think it was. And Tex says, we got to do it now, though. So can you get the money up? And Tex knows she's going to have to go to a third person to get the money. This third person turned out to be Gino Massaro. No, I'm sorry. That's Tex's boy. Third person turned out to be Bernard Crowe. Reading the wrong line on my notes.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Are you saying that she was not aware of what he was doing?
Yes.
Okay.
I am saying that. Yes. She could have been, but I'm saying no. I don't have any reason to think she was. But
Other than what she told you when you spoke to her.
Yes. And reading and Tex Watson's version. Yes.
Because didn't she say something to you like she thought that he gave her a sign and she missed it?
She did actually. Yeah. I think she did. He tried to give her a sign. You're right. She did say that.
So then she would be in on it, not unaware of it.
Well, doesn't mean she was in on it until the moment he gave her the sign, maybe. Then she got in on it like real quick. Maybe she kind of got the in on it. I don't know.
So you don't really know for sure if she was in on it or not.
Correct. Right. Yep.
Okay.
So Tex says to her, I can get us a great deal on some pot, but we need the money up front. Can you get it from your guy, or will you get it from your guy? And it's such a great deal. We got to do it now. And so she goes to Bernard Crowe and gets the money. Tex's plan, of course, is to go get the money and just take off with the money and not get the pot. And a couple things happened on the way that kind of almost got in the way to foil that plan. But ultimately, Tex got away with it. And Tex showed up at Rosina's or with Rosina to Bernard's place, and they got the money. But Bernard and his crew wanted to go with them to drop him off at the guy's house, at I guess Massaro's house, or supposedly Massaro's apartment. I don't know that it was. I don't know that it wasn't, but it was an apartment building. They get to the apartment building. Bernard's guys want to go in with them. Bernard Crowe's guys want to go in the house with them. And Tex Watson says that he told them, no, we can't do that. It stops right here. Then we can't do it. If you got to go in, then we can't do it.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Who are Bernard Crowe's guys that are with him?
At that time, I don't know.
Okay.
He didn't name them in the book. So I don't know if it was the same guys in the apartment later, or if it was just a different crew. That I don't know. But Bernard had some guys with them supposedly when they went to the apartment to get the pot. So Tex convinced them that, okay, he can go in by himself, but they were going to wait in the car. Tex had prearranged for TJ. What was his last name? TJ, I forget.
Wallerman.
TJ Wallerman was to be out back of the apartment waiting for Tex. And that's exactly what Tex says happened. He got to the apartment, convinced Crowe and the boys to stay in the car, and then went in the apartment building and out the back door, and TJ was there and gave him a ride back to the ranch. Now, I say all of this because Tex also says in his book, and this is where Tana and I disagree. Tex says in his book that Charlie Manson was in on the drug deal. He was in on it. Like, he knew it was going to happen. He was in on it. Because we always heard Charlie go, I didn't know. Tex went and did that, so I went and took care of that for Tex, and Tex owed me one. Okay? We've heard that endlessly. But according to Tex, Charlie was in on the plan. And Charlie tells Tex, you just do that. I'll take care of Crow if it comes back to that. If the blowback comes back to the ranch with Crow, I'll take care of it. And that's exactly what happened. As you know, they called back. Rosina called back to the ranch with Tex, with Crow, and said, where's Charles? They put Manson on the phone. Crow says he's going to come burn the ranch down if he doesn't get his money back. Charlie says, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'll come talk to you. We'll straighten it out. TJ goes with Charlie with the gun. TJ was supposed to pull the trigger. Of course, when they got there, they said, or word is that TJ got scared and Charlie had to do it himself. And then, of course, that's how I had to shoot a guy and I did it for you. So you owe me one. Now, I think Charlie Manson was in on the drug deal that Tex Watson, or the drug scam, the drug steal, I should say. I think Charlie Manson was in on the drug steal with Tex, because Tex says that was that time where Charlie was putting pressure on people at the ranch to bring money into the ranch for him to get out to the desert, so they could get out to the desert. So he was putting pressure on everybody to bring money into the ranch. And so he told Tex, you got to bring some money, man. Got to bring some money. Come up with a way to bring some money into the ranch. And that's where the drug deal came to be. And according to Watson, he says Manson told him, I'll take care of it when you get back with the money. I'll take care of any of the blowback, the backlash. And I think Charlie Manson was in on the drug deal with Tex Watson. That's my argument. What say you, Tana Laufenberg? Come out swinging.
Well, I have questions first about what you're saying.
Okay.
Walk me through how that would happen. Like, would Tex go to Charlie and explain it to him? And, like where was the hierarchy? Are you saying that it was like Charlie was just playing like a secondary role and it was mostly Tex, or they came up with it together, or what?
So I think it goes like that pretty much the way, and I don't usually believe a lot of what Tex Watson says, but I'm not going off of just what Tex Watson says here. I'm corroborating it with other factors of the deal. Okay. So I believe it somewhat happened like Tex describes. I think Manson was wanting to get out to the desert for whatever reason at that time. He felt like he needed to get out to the desert. I have got my own reasons why I think he was trying to do that, but that's another that's just more digression on me. Doesn't matter. For whatever reason, Manson's trying to get out to the ranch. I'm sorry, to the desert. And he's putting pressure on people to bring money in. I think that's why he's got the girls going to the fucking Sears or whatever. And I don't mean that particular incident, but like, I think there's other incidents where, hey, you girls go down there and, run the credit card scam or whatever, or go creepy crawl or whatever the fuck he's telling them. He's telling them to bring money into the ranch. We need money. We got to buy supplies for the desert. We've got to, get the dune buggies ready. We've got to get ready for this, whatever he's trying to tell them that's going to happen so that they get out there to the desert, because that's what I think Manson wants. He wants to get to the desert. Now, he needs help getting to the desert. He can't move all that stuff by himself. He needs help. I think he wants people out there with him, but how are you going to convince a bunch of people to go live in Death Valley? Because surely not everybody wants to live in Death Valley. And I got to tell you, I think the fucking ranch is a shithole. Okay. But I would live at that ranch any day before I would live at Barker's. That's just me. Because that place was a fucking real shithole. But how are you going to convince people? So you're going to tell them whatever. And at that time, I think Charlie might have been using the Helter Skelter story to scare them into going to the desert. Okay. So he's telling everybody, hey, we need money though, so we can get supplies and we can get the dune buggies and we can, get our shit together, and we're getting out to the desert. So Tex Watson, come on, man. You got to go do your thing. Go rob a drug dealer, go fucking steal, go break in a house, whatever you do, bring some money. We need money, buddy. We need some money. Tex says, okay, Charlie, I got an idea. I'll go rip off my girlfriend. She knows a guy. She knows a drug dealer who's got money to front. That's what he does. He fronts money. Bernard Crow is a businessman.
So how was he using or scaring them with Helter Skelter to get them to go to the desert?
You don't know the story?
I want to know how you're seeing that. Like, you think that he was using the race war to get them to go out?
It's bad out there. Them Black Panthers are causing an uproar, people. It's bad out there, man. It's going to be a race war. I told y'all years ago it's probably going to be coming down to Blackie versus Whitey. I mean, it's happening right now. We better get to that desert. You know what? If we can get to that desert, there's an underground hole out there we can get into and we'll be saved. I'm telling you, it's happening, girls. It's happening. Like, y'all better get on board. Get on board. Yeah, absolutely. He's doing that.
So you believe the bug?
No, I don't believe the bug. I believe Charlie's using that as motivation to get to the desert, not for motivation for murder. Yeah. Oh, you think it's made up? You think all that shit's made up? You think they're all making that up?
No, of course not. I've tracked that back to all of that. I already know.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah. You think Charlie wasn't talking about Helter Skelter at the ranch?
It was, but not in the context of what you're saying. It was something that was ongoing.
Actually, it was in the context that I'm saying. It's not in the context that the bug is saying. It's very much in the context I'm saying. Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right there, Queen. Tell us, by all means, you tell us since you were there at the campfire, you tell us what context he was talking it in. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I don't agree with what you just said, so I can't answer that question.
You just said you didn't believe in the context, but you believed you said you believe he was talking about it. You just said that, right? You said
I said I understand like the evolution of the body and the and all of that, and the Black Panthers.
Do you think
I understand that?
Do you think he was talking about Helter Skelter, that theme, that whole race war? Do you think he was
talking?
He
was, but I don't know. Just there's some way in the way that you're wording it that just doesn't quite.
What context do you think he was talking about it in?
I'm not sure that it was used as like fear, but I could see that once they're out there, he might have used that to give them something to do because there wasn't anything else to do.
So you don't think he was talking about it until they got to the Barker?
Yeah, once they got to Barker, yeah.
You don't think he was talking about it at Spawn?
I know that he was because they were talking about it up in Fountain of the World. So
right. In what context do you think he was talking about it at Spawn Ranch then?
Well, that the shit was coming down.
Gee, isn't that what I just said?
Yeah, but you're making it sound different than I picture it.
Oh, am I really?
Yeah, you really
I'm literally saying, what you just said. You're just agreeing with me right now. I'm saying that he's using in the context that, hey.
Right, but like to scare them, like he needs them in the desert. I guess maybe that's the part that I'm not agreeing with, is that I don't think that he needed everybody and their mother to go to the desert with him.
I'm saying that he used the fucking Helter Skelter theme to get people to help him get to the desert. That's what I'm saying. What context do you not see that? What do you disagree with? That's what I'm asking you. You're saying that he was talking about it at the ranch, but he wasn't using it to get people to go to the desert. Okay.
I don't think that he was trying to scare them with it to make them go to the desert.
I don't give a fuck, scare, encourage, fucking influence, whatever fuck word you want to use. I'm saying he was using the fucking thing to get them to get to the desert with.
Right.
Now, what context, if you don't agree with me, do you think he was saying it in then? That's all I'm asking.
I just don't see it as a fear tactic in that way right there.
Okay, it's not a fear tactic, Tana. Fine. Fuck the fear. What I say.
So
let me rephrase.
I'm going to play a video. Of Manson talking about Crow. How about that?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
He said, this woman took my money. And he sees women lighting my cigarettes. And he's saying, yes, ma'am, open the door for you. In other words, he's a matriarch. I'm a patriarch. He sees the way I'm doing it. He wants to do what I'm doing, so he said he's going to go get his money back. So he went to go get his money back. And he went and he burnt the broad for $5,000. When he beat her for $5,000, some black guy called me and said, I'm Gangster Dan over here, man. You took my money. I said, look, Gangster man, all you white brothers sort of together. I'm coming up there. I'm gonna burn everybody up and take that ranch. I said, no, you're not around me. You're not. You talk that shit to them little girls. When you come to me, boy, you're gonna have to, because like I'll take your hat home to you. You dig? So we go through some changes, and I told Tex, go down there and face that man. Don't drag your shit to my door, man. He said, I can't. He'll kill me. He'll kill me. I said, well, if you're crazy, if you're scared, run home to mother. You dig? So he couldn't do it. So I had to go down there, and I ended up shooting the guy. He comes up to me and says, well, this guy beat me for my money. What should I do? I said, whatever you feel is right. Should I go get it back? I said, if you're big enough, go get it back. If not, sit down and forget it. He said, what would you do? I said, what is it? He said, $5,000. I said, well, it might be big enough to go get it. If you're big enough, go get it. So he went down and beat some broad for the money. The broad had beat him for his money. He just got his faith back, went back and beat the broad for her money. Then he comes to me, he runs and hides. They call me and say, where's my money, son of a bitch? Woo-woo. I said, man, I go check that to my door, man. Go down there and face it. Oh, they'll kill me. And he ran. Left me to face his responsibilities. You dig? So I take a gun, I have to go down there and I have to get nasty with people, dig? I have to put it in line. I have to say, look, man, I don't know nothing about no money. We'll burn that ranch down, kill everybody else. No, not my friends, you won't. You dig? I said, we went through a lot of changes, so I ended up shooting that dude. You dig?
You kill him?
No.
All right, that's Charlie's side of the story.
I think that if Manson was in on it with Tex, he would have said so.
He said $5,000 too. I thought it was 25. It must be.
I thought it was 25 too, but
no, I think it might have been 5.
But here's the thing: Tex has got a very big motive to lie about this specific thing. Okay, if he admits that this was all his idea with Crow, then that puts him in a very different position than he wants to be in with the Tate LaBianca murders, where he wants to say that he did it only because Charlie told him to do it.
Right.
If he's got a history of doing fucked up shit all on his own idea, that's a completely different story. Now we're talking about a pattern that's going to make him look a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also got to not just worry about law enforcement. He's got to worry about what his family's going to think, because he's making it sound like to them, like, I was just a naive kid and this man made me do this and that. And, then his parents are now supporting him and his family, and, oh, it's terrible. But if it turns out like, oh, well, no, you've been doing this shit, it's a completely different thing for Tex. So I don't believe, I think that Manson would have owned it. And I think that Tex has a good enough reason to lie about it. I think that Tex is full of shit.
Okay. I think that Manson wasn't on it. I think Manson's denying that right there. And the reason I think too is because I factor in TJ and his involvement, because TJ helped Tex on the way out of the Crow drug deal when he was going out the back of the apartment building. And then when it came time to go confront Crow, TJ was called again upon from Manson to go down there with him for that.
Okay, so how would that make it where?
Because I could see if Charlie was involved with Tex to begin with. Like if Tex goes to Charlie and says, hey, here's my plan. I'm going to go rob Rosina's drug dealer, but I'm going to need some help. I'm going to need somebody to kind of give me a ride out of there. I could see Charlie going, TJ, go with Tex. Do whatever he says. And then TJ goes with him. And
I could see Tex going to TJ and kicking him some money to pick him up.
Could be. Because TJ and Tex were quite friendly. I agree. But here's why I'm ruling that out. So I considered that. You're right. But would TJ do anything? See, we know Tex doesn't give a fuck what the rules are in the ranch because he's got the Gerber jar under the porch, right? So he don't care. But does TJ? Would TJ do something behind Charlie's back?
Yes.
Why do you think that?
I think they all would. I don't think that they took it that seriously.
Really?
I mean, that's why they had the Gerber jars under the steps or whatever. That's why they were eating the meat. And
there's only one or two people that were breaking the rules that I know of.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
I think that TJ would have, and I think Tex and TJ may have had a motive to not even tell Charlie about it at all. And they only had to do it when shit went bad because Crow called the ranch. Other than that, you know, if they did it through Charlie, then they got to split that money. Whereas if they keep it as a little side deal, they don't have to share the money with the family. They can.
You don't think Charlie got that money? You don't think
Well,
Charlie?
he did now. Now he did. Absolutely.
So that
changed.
What changed? Because he had to go down there and get it? Because he had to go confront Crow?
Yeah.
That's part of the plan. That's what I'm saying. That would be part of the
Well,
plan.
I feel like that if Crow hadn't called, Manson would have never even known this happened.
Okay, I disagree. That's what we do. We always get in that one disagreement.
Mm-hmm.
Almost not. I wouldn't say weekly, but any time that we get in the trenches of the case, this argument comes up.
You know, and I've also heard Manson say stuff like, you don't steal drug from drug dealers, because if you do that, drug dealers will find you before the cops would ever get you. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a smart thing to do, to rip off drug dealers.
Do you think Charlie Manson knew Bernard Crow before the drug deal?
I do. I think it's possible.
All right. That's part of our. I don't have any reason to think that, but yeah, I do think it's possible. I can't say it's not possible. Yeah, you're right. It is definitely possible. I don't know. I can't say I won't say they did. I don't know that I believe that they did, but I didn't. I think it was. Here's what makes me. Look. Here's what makes me think it could be. Linda Kasabian knew Harold True, independent of the family. So yeah. And you got to go back to that snake pit place, whatever that fucking place is called down there, the snake pit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the central. I think that was the central point right there. That's where everybody would meet up. Like if you're going to meet somebody, that's probably where they knew each other from. Everybody. Like Harold True probably knew, the bikers, all of them probably met up down there probably. Yeah. All right, that's part of our spiral staircase. Thank you, Jeffrey Alders. I couldn't remember the fucking name. Yeah, snake pit, whatever it's called. Yeah, spiral staircase. That's it. That was the central place for everybody. That's where everybody who knew everybody. That's where they met. That's where they met at. I think. All right, so that's our first little issue. It's gonna segue into another issue that goes along with it. But
and here's something else that I've heard you say about Manson is that you feel like if he would have been involved in the Tate LaBianca murders, that he would have already admitted it because he admits everything else that he does.
Yeah.
So in turn, don't you think that if he was involved in this business with Crow right here on that level, why wouldn't he own up to it?
Because he probably doesn't think he was involved in it himself. He probably doesn't look at it that way. If you ask him, was he involved in the LaBianca murders, he'll tell you no. But if you ask legally, was he involved in it, everybody would tell you, yes, he was. Right. I mean, legally, Charlie was guilty of LaBianca. Are we going to agree on that?
No.
Okay. Well, legally, he was. But I understand why he thinks he wasn't. And technically, he probably wasn't because he did get out of there. He did leave with no transportation for the killers. He did take the gun. He took the gun with him. So I don't think he was part of it, but legally he was. I think legally it falls under I'm an accessory to that shit.
I think that he was an accessory the minute
he knew
to wash blood off the car the first night.
He was I'm talking about LaBianca right now. I think he was an accessory to LaBianca. Okay. Like, I don't know how you can say he wasn't.
I don't think he was.
Huh?
He disengaged from whatever they were doing.
So what? I don't care if he disengaged. He was an accessory because he knew when he left that house that they were going to be killed. He knew that. He knew he didn't want to stay around for it, but he still knew that those people were going to be murdered, and he didn't do a fucking thing about it. He did not give a fuck. He didn't care. He didn't give one rat's ass about that couple, okay? Or he would have went to the cops and said, hey, these two about ready to get murdered up here. Anybody that cared about another human being would do that.
So you think that Linda's lying when she says that she never knew anything about what happened in that at LaBianca that night until she was in Florida?
No, I think she knew too. Of course she knew. That's why Charlie didn't want to use the wallet, because when he got down in the car, he was like, throw that fucking wallet out. We can't use that now. Hell, it's going to be credit cards from dead people. We can't fucking use that wallet. Throw it out. And Linda said, okay, wink, wink. And then she went and hid it on her own because she was coming back for it to get it for herself, I think. So because Linda didn't give a fuck, she'd use the wallet of a dead man. Hell, she went in a dead man's car. She don't give a fuck, man. And neither did Charlie. Charlie didn't give a fuck about the LaBiancas. He just didn't want no part of it. That's all he cared about. But he didn't care that they were getting killed. And he definitely knew that they were going to be killed when he left that house. He was definitely guilty of accessory at the LaBianca. No doubt about it. Legally.
At least, well, I would say at least morally.
Okay, fair enough. I think legally and morally. But I still don't think he wanted any part. I don't think he ordered the LaBianca murders. I don't think he wanted no part of the murders, but essentially he was indirectly part of it by knowing that they were going to be murdered and not doing anything about it. That's why I tell people, man, why, like, yeah, Charlie was not guilty of conspiracy here. Okay, I get that. And I'll be the first to say Bug lied about this for his own purposes, obviously. But that does not, like, that doesn't make Charlie not guilty, people. And it doesn't make him somebody to idolize. It doesn't make him somebody to fanboy out for. It doesn't make, that's not somebody you want to go, holy moly about. Okay.
Right.
That's the wrong attitude here. Now, I know we all laugh at him and because he's goddamn funny sometimes. Okay. And funny is funny, but I'm not supporting this guy. I'm not fucking putting him up on, I'm not wearing his hats or his t-shirts or his fucking artwork or his fucking stupid scorpions or his goddamn shower shoes or anything else. Like, literally, dude, he's not a good person or wasn't, unless he was a good person to you because he liked you. Okay. But look, man, he walked out of there, and I doubt that's the first time he turned his back on Shorty when he knew Shorty was getting killed. The fucking stab wounds of fucking, we'll get into this in a minute, probably.
Now, but do you think that he should have done something to intervene?
At LaBianca?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I do too.
Absolutely, he should have. And then throw in the fact that that slice to Gary Hemmons' ear, if you look at the autopsy report, it says that that was fatal in itself.
Potentially fatal.
It says fatal in itself.
Potentially.
So
it would have had to get infected or something like that. I don't think that would have killed him.
No, I think he could have literally bled out from that, is what he meant.
No, I don't think that he could.
Okay. So that's my take on that. I think that he was involved to that degree, and there's no way he should have been able to. That's why I don't understand. That's why I think this whole thing with what they did was bigger. They were using Charlie as an example of the counterculture. We got to kill. You know my position on this. We already know how far it goes with me. It goes all the way up to Nixon and Unger.
Right, but I don't know what that has to do with what we're talking about right now.
Right, I'm getting off track. So let's go back to what we're at. So that's our first issue. Do you think Tex Watson and Charlie Manson were in cahoots, or at least Charlie was in the know about the Bernard Crowe drug deal? Or do you think
it actually surprises me that
damn
that position? I thought we would talk over.
Can I get one thought out? Just one?
No.
Why do you do that? Why do you hate the people? Why do you hate the people?
I don't hate
Why do you hate them?
I hate you. Is what
No, you hate the people, man, because
I hate you.
It's not bothering me, Tana. You're not getting over on me. You're getting over on the people.
I'm not trying to get over on anybody. I'm trying to
the people are like, what? Why does she keep talking over him? It sounds bad. That's what they're thinking. That's what they're thinking. So do you agree with me or do you agree with Tana and that Charlie was not part of it? That Tex acted by himself?
Or with TJ?
Or do you think Tex and TJ worked together by themselves?
TJ
right.
in a much lesser capacity, but
all right, that's what I say anyway. So let's check out the comments. I'm a little behind on the comments. I'm sorry. I'm over here fighting with my partner.
Right.
All right. Ticky Tabby, hello to you. Thanks for coming in. Tex and TJ were in on it. No Charlie, I guess. Okay. There's one for you, Tana. There's our old buddy, Look Mill. Look Mill, You weren't too cool to me last time we spoke, dude. I don't appreciate that. But I'm going to overlook it since you're talking about the show here. You're not being too bad. You're not being a dickhead. Yes, Manson most definitely knew all about the crow. That's what I say. So Look Mill agrees with me. Possibly the one who set the whole. I don't know if he set it up, but I think he definitely was in on it with Tex. Stay cool, Look Mill. Don't turn heel no more. Let's see who else thinks. What's everybody? Everybody think so who thinks Tex was acting with TJ by themselves? Look Mill said I'm full of shit. No, you're full of shit, Look Mill. Not me, dude. You're full of shit. CJ says no. No to what, CJ? No, that they weren't working together or they were? I remember Manson. Oh, let me put Renee up here. Hey, hello, Renee.
It's so obvious why Tex would lie.
I could see that. So, but I don't think. I think Manson might be confusing Tex with Bobby Beausoleil. I remember Manson saying that there's only so far he can go, or you can go. But if a person decides they want to, yeah, he gave that. Remember that little example. I'll tell somebody once not to do something, but then if they want to keep doing. And Erlaney, hello to you again, buddy. Tex went in business for himself only, in my opinion. Well, that's what Tana thinks.
I think that's the whole what Tex owed him.
Right. I mean, that's a big that could be. I mean, that's what he says anyway. I think Manson only knew about Crow after the event.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Another one. Yeah, another one for Tana. Marty Powell. Hello, my friend. Love your band, by the way, Marty. I think Manson had knowledge, but wasn't necessarily working together. Okay. So you're thinking, Marty, that Tex just kind of told Manson what was going on, and then Tex worked the details out with TJ or whatever he had to do. I hear you. That could be, certainly.
And then when it went south, Tex had to ask for help, essentially.
Had knowledge. Okay, so really, so Marty's kind of saying, he's kind of agreeing with you. Tex kind of was doing it on his own, even though Charlie might have been aware of it. Bert, hello to you, Bert. TJ was Manson's boy. He was, yes. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Bert. That's what I think. I think TJ was like Manson's boy. He wasn't going to do anything behind Manson's back. I agree. Thank you, Bert. Remember when he showed up on that show with Charlie Manson pants? God. Then he came up with some bullshit excuse that there was no laundry in New York City to do open 24 hours or something to do laundry. And that's bullshit. He just wanted to wear Manson pants on TV. Okay. So there's a few opinions there. Looks like you kind of won that one a little bit, Tana. The people kind of side with you on that.
I also think that if Manson had any inkling before the Tate murders that Tex had any intention to go and kill anyone, I don't think that he would have taken it seriously because of what happened with Crow. He would have thought that Tex was never going to actually do something. He couldn't even handle one drug dealer.
TJ was the original Manson groupie. I think there was a couple before him, but yeah, he was definitely the epitome of the Manson groupie for sure. Shoes thinks that Manson probably manipulated or tricked Tex into doing it. That could be.
Well, wait a minute.
Well, that's kind of like the whole thing of him saying, dude, we need money. We need money to bring into the ranch, dude. Bring some money. We need money. We need money, right? That could be kind of a manipulation.
Well, if TJ was such a Manson's boy, why didn't he pull the gun when he was supposed to? For Manson.
I don't know, but he was going to do it. He was willing to do it. He was going to do it until
then he didn't do it.
Yeah, but the fact that he was going to do it shows that, but I guess in the moment he didn't have it.
Exactly, because he's not really that much of a Manson's boy.
Nah, the fact he was there with the gun shows that he is, though.
Right.
Okay. Now, that segues into our next little spar, because with that shooting of Bernard Crowe, Tana feels like that was the start of the whole thing. That's why that's where the whole TLB murder started, was with the Bernard Crowe shooting. I disagree. I say the Bernard Crowe shooting had nothing to do with it, and that it starts at the Hinman murder.
I think that the incident with Crowe started to set the scene for what came next. Because everything at the ranch began to change after the Crowe shooting.
Yeah, but it had nothing to do with the murders. I don't think.
No, but it created a different environment. I mean, you've got Linda Kasabian saying that the first couple nights that she's there that people are sleeping on the roof because they're so afraid they're going to get attacked by the Black Panthers.
So the environment it creates is a state of fucking fear.
Exactly.
Right, but it doesn't create a bloodthirsty, I'm going to go fucking goddamn, we killed one guy, let's go get some more. Right? It's not that kind of environment. It's not like it created an environment where they wanted to go out and start murdering people, or that they looked at murder like it was no big deal. It's not like it created an environment of, well, we killed one drug dealer, let's go kill some more. Yeah, that didn't trigger the Hinman murder. It didn't trigger, and that had nothing to do with the Tate murders or the LaBianca murders. I think if the Bernard Crowe shooting does not happen, do you think the Hinman murder still happens?
It could, but I think that the Crowe murder set the bar a little higher as to what they were willing to do for each other.
I say it had nothing to do with anything, because the Hinman murder was straight up Bobby's deal.
And I think that Bobby was messing with those bikers because Manson had everybody there that month because he was afraid they were going to be under attack. So he wanted all the guys that he could get to be at the ranch for protection. So that kind of created the situation that put Bobby right in there with the bikers for that whole thing to even happen with Hinman.
Doesn't create a murdering environment, though.
No, it creates the opportunity for the drug thing with Bobby.
Yeah, having
to get the money back.
That comes anyway. That doesn't come with the Bernard Crowe shooting at all. That comes from
Bobby. They were there because of the Crowe shooting.
They would have been there.
Manson brought everyone together at the ranch, all the guys he could get because he was afraid. He even tried to get the Hells Angels to come in for protection.
So you don't think they would have been there anyway that weekend or the next weekend or maybe during the week? Like they would have been at the ranch anyway.
Maybe, maybe not.
That was the whole purpose. They were having like a big party even. That's how much they cared about shit. They were planning a party. They were planning a fucking party to celebrate their 10-year anniversary of the Straight Satans. And that's the whole thing. Bobby was wanting to get in with them and tried to get him a good deal on some fucking mescaline. That's how he thought he was going to get in good with them. Mm-hmm. Had nothing to do with the Bernard Crowe. Had no atmosphere, no environment from the Bernard Crowe shooting. Nothing.
I disagree.
Okay. That's why we're fighting about it. So how many think that, no, it was July. It was definitely.
No, I do. I think that the Crowe shooting brought all the ingredients together.
No.
At the ranch.
I don't think so.
I know you don't.
I know. I just don't. But I think that certainly the Hinman murder did start it. Once Hinman was dead and they came up with that copycat plan, that was it. That's where it started. Gary Hinman. It should be the Hinman Tate LaBianca murders. So that's our fight for tonight. What do you guys think? Does this thing start with Bernard Crowe in the shooting there, or does it start with the Hinman? Hinman or Crowe? Where's it start? Tana says Crowe. I say Hinman. Let's go back down the comments. Jeffrey Alders, hello once again. Hinman was the start. Thank you, Jeffrey. SK says, I think Ton is correct about the bikers being there because of the fear around the Crowe. You don't think the bikers are there anyway? But the murder started with Hinman. Yeah, you're right. He agrees with you on the why the bikers were there. But I think the bikers would have been there for another reason, even if it wasn't for that.
But clearly the murdering started with Hinman. I'm just saying that it's the lead up to it.
Right, but I'm saying, and my argument is it doesn't matter. Like the Hinman shooting could have not have happened, and the Hinman murder would have still happened.
I'm not sure everyone would have been in place for it to happen without the Crow incident.
Absolutely, they would have. How would they not? I mean, there was
Bobby probably wouldn't have been there for one.
Yeah, he would have been. Why? What do you mean he wouldn't have been there?
He wasn't living there all the time.
He wanted to
live there all the time.
He was there enough to want to be part of the bikers.
Yeah, because he was there with them all right then.
Hello, Terry Todd. The girls came up with the lookalike murders to get by. I know what she means there. The copycat. The lookalike murders mean looking like the other murders, right? The copycat. Mm-hmm. I agree. I think that is exactly what the girls came up with.
Yep.
Marty Powell says Hinman. Thank you, Marty. Hello, Ghost of Mojo. I was starting with like a best in a bowl of beans, baby. There may be some truth to that, actually. Hinman was the first bust of someone in the circle. Hinman was the first. Yeah, it might be. I never thought of that. Chestnut says Hinman. Merle Olin, hello to you. Hinman, because Crow didn't die. That's interesting. Wonder how long it was before they figured that out. Do you think he thought that right away, though, that he killed the guy? I know he was probably bragging about it, but do you really think he really believed that he killed him? Probably. Wasn't he like playing dead on the floor? Did I read that somewhere? Does that sound familiar to anyone? That when he got shot, he laid there playing dead? Damn, I would have. Well, there's an interesting one. It started when the Beach Boys recorded Cease to Exist. Classic Hinman. Okay, that's me. That's what I said too. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Kathleen, hello to you. Hinman. Robin Owens' Crow didn't die, but did the people at the ranch know? That's what I'm asking. I wonder when they found that out. Good question, Robin. Hello, Dolphin. If Bernard wanted his money back, why not make it to Spawn Ranch to collect in the remaining 6 weeks before TLB?
Because he was in the hospital?
Because he was shot. Are you saying, like, I wonder, Dolphin, you're saying then, like, he should have never called the ranch? Well, yeah, I don't know. Like, he could have, like, his money was gone, so he probably didn't want to call the ranch that night. Like, he probably wanted to take care of that shit quick. So where does this stuff start? With the Bernard Crow shooting? Does it create that murdering environment, that environment where, you know, you're doing stuff that you wouldn't normally do, I guess? I say it starts
when you tell Tex, hey Bobby, what you owe me, and what you owe me is I went and shot somebody, that raises the bar.
And maybe Tex said back to him, yeah, Charlie, but you were in on it with me, man. What do you mean you owe me?
Right.
Why do you blindly believe Charlie's story? I've never heard anybody else back that story up.
Right.
What did TJ say about it on the Beatrice show or whatever show that was? What show was that? I forget.
I've got him on Geraldo. You want me to play it?
Yeah. Play TJ's comments.
However, TJ was with Charlie when he blew open the chest with a .22 caliber gun of Bernard Crow. So you have seen him do violence.
Bill, you sat there and listened to the reasons for that. And if you were in the same position...
Wait, TJ, you admit you saw Charlie shoot a man in the chest?
Sure I did. I also seen everything else that happened. The guy called up and says he's going to cut this girl's head off. and coming in, because Tex
Wasn't this a drug deal that went bad?
He said Tex stole the money, and then Tex comes back with this money after and leaves his fiance there to get her head cut off, and says, "I'm going camping." And we didn't know that until the phone call came. They asked
how far away was the guy when Charlie pulled the trigger?
You want to hear it or not?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, okay. We went there because there was a screaming, crying girl there that said they were going to kill this girl, and we heard it on the phone because there was 2 phones. She asked for Charlie. Tex's name was Charlie, so I got the other Charlie because I didn't know him as Charlie. I knew him as Tex. When we got there, they had her tied up on the bed, and we got her out of there. And the only reason anybody got shot after Charlie got down on his knees and put the gun in his hand and handed it to the guy, he says, "If you got to take a life, take mine." The guy laughed and says, "It has to be the girl."
So then Charlie shot him?
That's after he...
I know, but then he shot him.
Yeah, with empty rounds.
Why did he shoot him, Bill, or did he not shoot him?
Sure, he shot him once in the chest.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was only once. I'm sorry. Hey, if I knew it was only once, I would have just had a whole different idea about it.
Motherfucker so much. I cannot stand that piece of shit motherfucker. I hate him. I hate him with everything in my body. I hate that motherfucker. I'm not crazy about TJ either. God. So there's a credible source, TJ. How come he didn't talk about how he punked out when it came time to pulling the trigger?
And I don't think that she was tied up.
Hurrah Dildo, that's what I call him too. I like that. That's my favorite name. Hurrah Dildo. I love it. That's what I called him that shit the last couple of fucking years ago, and it was like it. What he reminds me of, a big Hurrah Dildo. It's the best one right there, 200. That's a good one. So he shoots him with empty rounds. I mean, TJ's an idiot. This guy was an idiot. What's up with those clothes? He's wearing it. I thought it was his pants. Is his pants Manson pants too? He was decked out in full Manson gear, wasn't he? God. Show that again. Just a clip of him again. I won't play the whole thing. I just want to see that. Get up.
However, TJ was with Charlie when he blew open the chest with a .22 caliber gun of Bernard Crowe. So you have seen him do violence.
Bill, you sat there and listened to the reasons for that. And if you were in the same position...
Wait, TJ, you admit you saw Charlie shoot a man in the chest?
Sure I did. I also seen everything else that happened.
Look at that guy. I thought you put it down here. God damn, what a getup. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that guy really helped Charlie out, didn't he? What a great friend TJ was. You got my back, man? We're going down there and confront this guy. He's going to come burn the ranch down. You got my back? I got your back, Charlie. I got your back, man. I got your back. I got the gun too, Charlie. Got empty rounds and everything. We're loaded. And he couldn't even pull the gun. He didn't have it in him to pull the gun. He said, I can't do it. Of course, TJ left that part out. Jesus Christ.
But he was just so much of Charlie's boy, right? That he would never collude with Tex.
He definitely was Charlie's boy.
Right.
You can't tell that?
So much so that he would not have been running a side little thing with Tex.
I don't know. It doesn't.
I
don't know. I don't see that now. I do actually see him loyal to Charlie. I don't think he would. I don't think he would go and for himself.
I don't think Charlie would even give a shit to know what they were doing.
You don't think it bothered him that they were going down to stash the Gerber jar of speed under the board? You don't think he cared?
I didn't say that.
Oh, what were you saying? You don't care if TJ?
I don't think that he gave two shits what Tex was doing or what TJ was doing as far as this drug burn.
Oh, with Tex, you mean? Okay.
Yeah, like I don't think that it would have been something that TJ would have felt like he had to, get permission for or something.
Right. So you don't think if Tex came to him and said, "Hey, TJ, I got an idea that's going to help the family out. We're going to go burn this fucking drug dealer. Charlie told me to bring money into the family, so I'm going to do that. We're going to go burn my girlfriend's drug dealer."
I don't think that he originally did it to bring money into the family. I think that he was going to keep it for himself.
You really think he was just burning the guy on his own, right? And going to keep the money, and it just got out of hand, and he called down there to the ranch and said, fuck, got the wrong Charlie on the phone.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. How many believe that? I'd like to know how many other people believe that. Anybody else believe that? Yeah, I don't think so. But maybe other people do. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say you're wrong. Of course, I wasn't there, but I don't think it happened that way at all. Robin Owens believes that, though. She believes you. Whoops. Sorry. Nope. Kathleen's with me. There it is. Robin Owens says, I believe that. So you got one. I got one. Tuesday Low says no. She believes it with me. Ticky Tabby believes it with you, though. So we're about split on this so far, man. Both of our points tonight have gotten both yeses and nos. Celtic Carl says yes. That was Texas modus operandi. Man, that's kind of a boring. One thing I'd like to I'm going to talk about that for a minute. That modus operandi thing. That's a good point you bring up there, Celtic. I think it's pronounced Celtic. Is that not correct, Tana?
I don't know.
Why don't the Boston Celtics call themselves Boston Celtics instead of Boston Celtics? But anyway, I'm digressing again.
Mm-hmm.
I want to mention this because we hear this all the time. Tex Watson, that's what he did. He burned people for drugs. That's what his MO was. That's what he was known for. Maybe he did. I don't know because I'm asking. Tell me another case. We know that he burned Rosina Kroner and Bernard Crowe. We know that in one burn. What other burns do we have of him? Because that's all. I've read this in numerous blogs and places, Facebook chats and stuff. Tex Watson, that's all he did was burn people for drugs. That's what he did. That's what he did. Really? What other proof do we have of that? I know one drug burn for Tex Watson. I know of one. And it's this one right here. Someone tell me another drug burn that he does, that he goes ripping off drug dealers. Tell me another one. Give me another.
We know what the other one would be. The other one would be Rostow, but we have absolutely no way of knowing if that's true.
Right. I'm saying that. Right. So what was the other one besides?
I do know that Diane Lake, as I talk over you again, I'm sorry.
No, you're not, but go ahead.
I know that Diane Lake mentioned that he had been being the drug dealer and that he burned people, as in multiple people, but I never explored it any further than that.
Well, and again, it's funny because you seem to pick when you want to believe Diane Lake and when you don't want to believe Diane Lake. Is she good or is she not? Okay. Like, is she good? Let's talk about Diane Lake and what she saw coming home the night of the LaBianca murders. But you don't want to talk about that because you know.
We can't talk about that because it's total bullshit. I'm sorry, but it doesn't add up and it doesn't make any sense.
Right. But when Diane Lake says Tex Watson burned people for drugs, by God, she's telling the truth there, isn't she?
Why would she have a reason to lie about that?
Damn, that's funny.
Was she 16 when she's saying that, and in a room with a bunch of cops who are telling her what to say?
All I'm saying is, somebody tell me another drug deal tell me another drug deal that Tex Watson.
Wait. You believe her story about the pink car?
No, I don't. And I don't believe her story about Tex Watson being a drug dealer or burning people for drugs. I know Tex was a drug dealer by his own admission. I know that. But I don't believe her saying, and he also burned people for drugs. Who did he burn? Tell me, other than Bernard Crowe, who we know that he burned. Where does he get this reputation for being a drug dealer burner? Where? Because he burned Bernard Crowe under pressure from Charles Manson to bring money into the ranch. And now he's labeled a drug burn, like he burns people for drugs all the time.
I'm not saying you have to believe Diane Lake. I'm just saying that's the other person that has mentioned it. You can
That's
believe
right.
it or not believe it.
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe her. And I'm not saying I won't believe it, but show me another, like, where there's just give me another one. That's all. Like we don't know that though. See, that's a good one, Forrest. I'm not saying he couldn't be. And I think he was up there to rob that deal. He was up there to get the money or the drugs, but we don't know. We can't prove that. If we can prove that, man, then we'd be in business and we could add that to the list. But right now, yeah.
I don't believe the Roscoe thing, personally.
Yeah.
It could have happened, but
that Watson and Kasabian burned Frykowski, and so but Shrek also thinks fucking Rosemary was a drug dealer, and she supplied. Get this, she supplied Rostow. Hey, look, I've heard some pretty fucking ridiculous statements in this fucking case. Believe you me, that is by far the most ridiculous, stupid thing I've ever heard in this whole case. That Rosemary was a drug dealer to Joe Rostow.
Well, even like that, if I saw some evidence that Linda and Tex had some dealings going on with Frykowski, that would be one thing, but there's nothing. I've never seen or heard anything that has any sort of credible backing to it.
Yeah, I haven't.
But that's real. That's reality or something.
I haven't either. Hollis just kind of echoing what you said a minute ago. I believe that. I heard Rosina was in on the drug burn. Yeah, you heard that in my phone call with Rosina. Yep.
Yes.
She said, "Oh, you tried." We might have that actually. I could play that. We should play that again.
Yeah, you should. It was a good call.
Not according to Shrek. Shrek didn't think it was good, although Shrek wanted to use it in his book while we were friendly with each other. He thought it was good research. But then when I told him to fuck off over the Jason Freeman thing, he all of a sudden he didn't think it was good research anymore.
Like, I wish there was some evidence to be seen that Tex and Linda were connected to the drugs up at Cielo. That would make everything so much easier. Like, if I saw that, I would go with it. But I haven't seen anything.
Bring out that song you had the other night, please.
Who?
Hunter says Shrek thinks he can sing. He can.
Oh.
He can sing.
Carolyn knows.
He's just not any good at it. Yeah, now he's saying like Cary Grant and Garrettson were blowing each other. I mean, I can't believe people still listen to this fucking idiot. I really can't believe it. But she does say in the phone call to me, "Oh, he tried to give." You're right, to go back to what Hollis was saying. Hollis, you're right. She was saying like, "Oh, Tex tried to give me the look, tried to tip me off, but I didn't catch it." Like she did say that. So you might be right, man. Maybe she wasn't on it. But here's what happened. I think Tex double-crossed her. Is what I think happened. Tex double crosses her at the end, and that's why she was like, "Bernard, I wasn't in that, Bernard. I swear to God, here, I'll call the ranch for you. We'll go get them together." Right? Like that was her only play. That's the only thing she could do at that point.
Well, it seems like Manson's understanding of what happened was that he was screwing with Rosina also.
I don't know, man. I mean, you could go either way with all this stuff, I guess. But I think that I think Manson was in on the drug deal with Tex a little bit. And he said, "I'll handle it when it gets crazy."
Then why would Tex owe him?
Because Manson may have thought that, and like I said, in Manson's mind, he wasn't responsible. He didn't have nothing to do with LaBianca either because he left. So he probably doesn't think he had anything to do with. Like he probably thinks that. He probably thinks that Tex owed him for getting him involved. I don't know. Maybe. Or you might be right. That's the saying. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just telling you what I believe. That's what I think.
Well, I mean, but what you just said, though, was that you thought that Charlie was in on it, and Charlie's responsibility was, if somebody shows up at the ranch, I handle it.
Yeah.
So
not even
he has to handle it.
God damn it. Not at the ranch. Just if there's any blowback, if you get any backlash from the shit or if the guy comes looking for you, I'll handle it. Yes.
Right. So that would be covered under their agreement, right?
Yeah.
So then why would that create a situation where Tex owed Charlie?
Because that's what Charlie did. Charlie manipulates. So he says, hey, you going out there? You going out there with them? Then fucking do whatever you owe me one for the shit that I did for you. So pay it back to Bobby. Do whatever the girls need you to do or whatever. I don't know what they said.
Right. But
whatever they said to each other.
If they were in a plan together and his responsibility was to take care of all the blowback, you put it, then when he had to deal with the blowback, he wouldn't owe Tex. That was just his part of the deal.
If he needed Tex to get involved in the fucking shit that was going down Friday night, you can better believe
he would just make it up.
Yes, he would manipulate Tex into some shit. Yes. Tex, I did this for you, man. You need to owe me one, brother. Come on. Step up for us here, brother. Help the girls out. I don't know what they got planned, but they got a plan to help Bobby. And we need your help, man. I did that shit for you now. Now help me out. Yeah, I can see that happening easy. And that big old dumb meathead Tex. Okay, Charlie.
Right.
I can see it. Sorry, I just could.
Well, good.
All right. Tex owed Charlie after Crow. But why would he owe him before Crow? Let me put that up there. That's a good one. I don't know that he felt that way, though. I don't know that he felt Charlie. I don't know that Charlie felt that Tex owed him before Crow. Did he?
And if they had an agreement, then he wouldn't have owed him after Crow, but they didn't have an agreement, and that's why he did.
All right. Hollis says that he had believed the drug angle until he learned a huge amount on another big case and now can only believe this was an operation 100%. What do you mean an operation? Are you talking like the MK Ultra government thing? Is that the operation you're talking about? Is that what you mean? I'm still back at the drug deal angle. I probably should give this shit up. Scotty Bowers is the key to Hollywood's Cielo cover. Scotty Bowers, never heard of that name. I'm going to have to do a Google here. Jason Sloan says, I've always felt Bobby was really looking for a record deal more than Manson. And when Meltzer showed more interest in Manson, that stirred him up. Only reason I would disagree with that respectfully is because I think Bobby had his in for a record deal with others. You know, he was going to do that whole Kenneth Anger soundtrack. Which, by the way, who did that? Didn't Jimmy Page end up doing that? I'm pretty sure. But, I mean, you might be right, Jason. I don't know. I'm not saying anything in factual sense. I'm just saying that it seemed like Bobby already had an inside. Although probably not as good of an inside as Charlie had, that's for sure. Could you get any better at that time than the Beach Boys and Terry Melcher to be helping you out? I mean, they were pretty much the top of the line back then at that time, I think. Let's see what else we got here. Good crowd tonight, by the way. Good input from you guys. I appreciate this. I think we're about split, though, as far as like your side, my side, Tana.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Social engineering of society. Okay, very well, Hollis. Thank you. I got you. Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you, Hunter. Hunter says Jimmy Page started out with the soundtrack there, but Bobby finished it. I didn't know that. Thank you. Bobby also said, "You better pray I never get out." Remember that? Remember that?
Yep, I do.
I think I'm the only one that actually believes that. Everybody else is like, oh, come on, dude. He said that 50 years ago. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, he still said that shit, man. Like, he made that a point. He made it a point to say it in open court. Yeah. Thank you. I didn't know that. Thank you again, Acapella and Hollis, or whoever said that earlier. Was it Hollis or something? I forget to know. Whoever said that. Jason, maybe? Who was it? Just said that. Anyway, thank you. Speaking of Jimmy Page, is it? I think it's bullshit, but I'd heard for a long time that right before she took a gun out to President Ford, Lynette Frame, is it Frame? Everybody pronounces names different now. For like 50 years, it was Lynette Fromm. Now all of a sudden, it's Frame. Frommy, whatever. I would have stuck with Fromm, but whatever. Lynette says that, or not Lynette says. I'm sorry. The rumor was that Lynette went to try to warn Jimmy Page about something bad happening to him when the band came to Los Angeles. Probably what, 70? When was that tour? Where's Gil? Gil knows the answer to that. I'm sure Gil Hodges knows almost probably anything Led Zeppelin. Hey, Kathleen, I would never diss Jimmy Page. What are you saying? Are you kidding me? A guy, he was great. Probably still is.
So, did you ask Lynette about that?
No, never did get a chance.
You should.
Huh?
You should.
Really? How would I go about that?
Give her a call.
How would I do that? You got to be like Boner Van Tulski or something to get in with her. Or you got to have some stuff to sell. You got to have some Manson shit to sell. You know, that's how you got to do it. She'll never give like a straight interview. She wouldn't have the balls. She wouldn't have the balls to sit down with me and let me talk to her.
Balls?
Yeah.
Right.
That's why she had her fucking no balls boyfriend to fucking get on the phone, because she's a little bitch herself. Right. Lynette's a little cowardly little bitch. That's why she had her fucking dipshit boyfriend get on the telephone and try to threaten me like I was scared. Fuck him. And fuck her too. Fucking cunt. You're a cunt, Lynette. You stupid bitch. How'd your life work out, Lynette? How'd that all work out for you? How'd that escape work out for you in prison? How'd your daddy Charlie work out for you in prison? How'd your life work out for you now that you're stuck with another murdering goddamn fucking Manson groupie from prison himself? How's that working out for you? How's your little book working out for you? You pathetic fucking piece of shit. Fuck them all. They're all fucking losing pieces of trash. I feel great.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
So, yeah. Wonder if that's true, though, that she tried to warn Jimmy Page. I gotta warn Jimmy. I actually don't think it's true. I think that was just bullshit, but it might be. Did you know that everybody that tried to assassinate a president and didn't get the job done, that's alive, is free? Did you know that? Can you believe that?
Wow.
That's insane. But that's true.
Mm-hmm.
They're all free. John Hinckley. Right. John Hinckley's free. Lynette Frommy is free. And so is Sarah Jane Moore. They're all free. And they all tried to assassinate the president of the United States. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm. So
that would be 75, I guess, that tour. I'm talking about the Zeppelin tour. Because they came in 77, so it wouldn't be 77. Oh, here's someone for you. I think Tana made some good points, and she doesn't interrupt that often. Are you out of your mind? She's fucking interrupting every fucking sentence.
Yeah.
It all started with Crow because he was so paranoid after he shot him.
Yep.
Meaning Manson, I'm sure. I can't see the rest of this right now, but I'm assuming it says they didn't know that he was alive, that wasn't dead until they were on trial. I don't believe that.
And I'm trying to talk over you.
I know. I'm anticipating though, and I'm able to pick the spots now.
Right.
You can't even do it now.
Because I'm trying so hard.
I know you,
right?
but you're not going to get it done now. Thank you, bro.
Oh, okay.
I think I know who Broke a Couch is. I like that name, but I think I know who it is. Did he take the shrooms? I'll let you figure it out. I'll let you guys figure that. Sarah Jane Moore swept the street. Did she really? Actually, she actually shot at the like I think her bullets actually almost hit Ford, as opposed to Lynette, who just pulled the gun out.
Right.
But I think Lynette was too stupid to even know how to put the damn thing in the chamber. That's why she didn't shoot it.
Right.
I don't think it was because she didn't want to. I think she was just so fucking dumb. We were terrorists, she said recently. Did you hear her say that?
I did.
Can you imagine bragging about being a terrorist in this day and age?
I didn't take it as a brag.
I know I did. Sounded like she was bragging about it.
Mm-hmm. Because that's how you take everything the way you want to.
From those people, yeah.
From anyone.
No, I take it how they bring it out, how they come across.
Right.
I know. See, Sean C., you know what I'm talking about. She couldn't even hold that gun up in the document. She couldn't even put a knife in the fucking knife sheath. She couldn't load a knife.
Would it be better if she did?
No, look, dummy. It fucking goddamn illustrates my point that she's
not serious.
That she was too fucking stupid to put a gun thing in the fucking chamber is what I'm trying to prove.
Right, and that the whole thing wasn't serious.
What do you mean it wasn't serious? Really? You take a loaded gun to the president of the United States?
No. You were talking about the knife.
Serious?
You talked about the knife. You just talked about the knife.
Yeah, she couldn't even put a fucking knife.
You were talking about the Hendrickson footage, right?
She's too fucking stupid is what my point.
You were referring to the Hendrickson footage, right?
Yes, and the gun. Yes, and all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that Hendrickson footage, oh yeah, that looked real serious, right?
Yeah, it did.
It looked stupid.
They were still being serious. They were trying to be serious.
I thought it looked like they were trying to be stupid.
No, right around the time they were trying to show you, like, don't fuck with us. We're serious, motherfuckers. We're renegades. We're warriors. We're fucking fuck you up. Meanwhile, I can't put the gun in the holster. They look like the fucking Secret Service girl trying to protect Donald Trump. Did you see that fucking clown show? Good God. That girl's running around up there trying to put her gun back in. Finally, she couldn't do it. She just said fucking held on to it. You remember that a couple of weeks ago? That's what Lynette looked like, trying to hold the gun up there to Ford. Oh, it didn't go off. It didn't go off. Yeah, it didn't go off, but you wanted it to.
Well, the Hendrickson footage to me looks almost like a parody.
No, but they were serious about that. No, they were dead serious. No pun intended there.
Right. Even though you've told me in the past.
Oh, wait. Well, here's a good one. Here's David Rogerson from Ace Tattoo. Gonna tell me, I guess he's talking to me, dude, you have no concept of filmmaking. Well, I'll tell you what, why don't you tell me all about it there, fucking Spielberg? I'm sure you know. Somebody with the name David Rogerson, Ace Tattoo. I'm sure you know all about filmmaking there, Junior. You got no concept of filmmaking. Because, I claim that my great movies that I've made, of course, I would know all about filmmaking, right?
Yeah, I don't think that you've ever said that you know anything about filmmaking.
Never. I wouldn't even pretend that I know anything about it.
I think it's okay that you don't have a concept of filmmaking.
I think it's okay. I think it's funny that this guy would even think that I said I did. And I think it's funny that this guy would act like he would know something about it. Let me see your movies there, David Rogerson, Ace Tattoo Boy. Yeah, anytime, fuck stick. Yeah, Yeah, anytime. Fucks. Boy, if I had a dime for every time I heard that fucking stupid line.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Spielberg. Let's see your movies. Somebody go to his channel and see if he's got any great blockbusters on his channel. David Rogers. What a stupid name. David Rogerson Ace Tattoo. So what is your name? Is that your whole name? Did your mother name you David Rogerson Ace Tattoo? What a stupid mother. I thought my mom was dumb. Christ. Good God. I don't have here. Go ahead, pussy. Let's see what you got. Well,
I would bet that guy is probably between 60 and 70 years old using the term fuck stick.
Here, David Rogerson here. Ace, Mr. Ace.
Yeah. Who says fuck stick anymore?
Mr. Tattoo. That's so funny. Go ahead, pussy. Let's see what you got. What I got, what? What do you mean, see what I got? What are you talking about? What, all my movies, my blockbusters? Yeah. Oh, here's a good one. You are abusing this woman verbally. That's great.
Oh, I think I'm abusing you back.
No, Tana, not you. You don't get yours in at all.
Oh, I think I've mentioned exactly what a motherfucker I think you are. So
look at this guy. White knighting for Tana. What is your name? Look Mill? Are you really Look Mill, David Rogerson, Ace Tattoo? Is your name Casey Fields, you little white knighter? Look at this. It's funny shit. You got some white knighters out there, though. I
don't need white knighters.
I know. If they only knew how much you ever said, like you couldn't care less. He says, yeah, no movies. I know. Imagine me not having any movies because I'm a radio guy. I mean, it would only make sense that I got a bunch of blockbuster movies, right? Because I spent my whole years on radio. I see why you're David Rogerson, Ace Tattoo. I can tell you're the brains of your outfit, buddy. No doubt about that. Yeah, I love that name. Ace Tattoo. Make sure, I'm not David Rogerson. I'm Ace Tattoo. I'm going to make that up. That's going to be a name. Ace Tattoo.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I like that. At least you spelled tattoo right. All right. Fuck stick. I know that's the dumbest fucking name. That's the dumbest term ever.
No, it's just like 80s, early 80s.
It's outdated.
Yeah.
Tana, do you think are you abused? Do you feel abused with me?
I think you're an asshole.
I know, but are you abused?
That's a loaded question.
Oh, really?
No, I don't. If I sat here and didn't say anything, then maybe I would, but no.
What do you mean loaded? What do you mean?
It's not abuse. Do I think you're a nice person? No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm abused. No, because you can kiss my ass. And
there's a difference.
To kiss my ass.
There's a difference between being an asshole and I'm abusing you. And now you just let on that you think I'm abused. Oh, it's a loaded question. You know what?
I think you're an asshole.
Just shut up. I don't even want to talk to you anymore.
Shut up. Ew.
I'm having fun over here with this dumb fuck. David Rogerson.
Good. You would have fun.
Says at least David Rogerson has a life. I like that. Because we don't have lives. David Rogerson, Ace Tattoo. He's got a life. What would that be?
Wait. Do you think that we have more life yelling at each other or the person that's listening to us yell at each other?
What would that be? What would that be, David Rogerson? What is your life? Let me guess. Let me take a wild guess. Let me take a wild guess. You do tattoos.
All I know is that I wouldn't be watching the show.
Okay, I'm going to make you a snap. Okay. Oh, I can't wait for this. He's good. All right, let's see this happen now. Boy, again, if I had a nickel even for every time someone said this bullshit. You are on right now, David Rogerson, Ace Tattoo.
As we're waiting.
Tell us all about it, dude. Give us your whatever you're going to do.
Make them snap. I want to see this. Make them snap. I don't care.
They want to see you they want to see you make me snap.
Yep.
Quite frankly, I want you to make me snap. That'd be fun.
I don't think anyone could make you snap the way I made you snap before we even got on the air.
He's somebody. He's a rich and he's famous skateboarder. Is he really? Ollie Oxenfree says he's rich and is he really a famous skateboarder?
I didn't know that skateboarders were famous.
I didn't either. Only famous skateboarder I know is Tony Hawk, of course. That's the only one that I know went mainstream. Snap just like my couch, says the fat couch person. He says, I have time. Keep me in mind. You keep me in. Dude, I probably, that's not going to happen. I can promise you that. I'll forget about you as soon as we get done chatting here, I guess. Oh, you think he just made our show? He thinks he just made our show, Tana?
Because he's some guy who now wants to claim that he's some famous guy?
Yeah, it's so he can break me. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
He's Bam Margera. That's who he is. Oh, that's another skateboarder. You're right. Good call, Tiki Tavi. I do know who Bam Margera is. I forgot.
I don't.
Here's another skateboarder. Yep. Jackass. Remember Jackass?
No.
I won't bring you on the show now. What are you talking about, you fucking moron? Are you serious? Call the number, dipshit. You know how to dial? You fucking idiot. What are you talking about, dude?
He's faking.
He's a fucking retard.
He's faking.
Well, I don't know if he's faking, but I mean, if he thinks I won't bring him on, he's a fucking weirdo.
See,
dial the number. Dial the number, dipshit. See if it works. If you think I'm faking. A fucking retard.
I didn't say you were faking it. I mean, like, I don't believe.
I don't know if he's fat, but just sit there and say I won't bring him on, dude. I'm not the one. You're begging to come on, you dipshit, Mr. Tattoo. I like that. I like that. Thank you, Bo. Boo. I'm sorry, Bo. Boo Hamilton. You know it. You must be new here, there, fuck stick. Yeah, you do have a phone, don't you? God damn, dude. He's asking now. Now he's asking permission. I only give the phone number out like about 1,000 times a year. I haven't given it out this day, but because I assume everybody fucking has got it by now. Dude, everybody knows you can call anytime. I mean, if I'm live like this and we're talking about something, we probably won't. But yeah, I don't give a fucking call. You think I'm afraid to let you on? That's funny in itself, and I'm not even.
I think we should hear about. I think we should let him call in. Call in.
Come on, tattoo boy, bring it on, Mr. Fucking Ace. Drop that dime. Now I wish it was still a dime. Well, actually, it probably is now. It's crazy how we can do phone calls now. I was telling Laufenberg not long ago, a call from here to California back in my day would have been like, good Lord, hundreds of dollars. I don't even know, probably thousands. But now you can call anywhere and it's free or part of the plan. Dude, I don't want to talk about tattoos, though. I couldn't care less about tattoos. Here, I'll post the number so Tattoo Boy can get it. Like I'm afraid to take someone on the phone. Are you out of your fucking mind? Hunter Laney knows. Hunter, by the way, thank you for that book, dude. I'm still, like, I go back and read it still, and it's an awesome book. Dr. Death, the real Dr. Death, Dave Schultz.
Right.
Badass. Still to this day. Like, I wouldn't fuck with Dave Schultz right now, today. Guy could get it. He could still crush out there, I guess. You know who he is, Tana? You probably don't know who he is before your time. Anyway. Yeah, Dr. Hook. Yeah. Dude, Dr. Hook. Oh, I thought you meant like a hooker, like not even like a hooker. In pro wrestling, they call them like shooters or hookers when they like guys that can tie you up, like for real. Like I wasn't talking about a prostitute. Meth fueled afternoon. I wouldn't know, man, but that sounds good. Yeah, it's kind of dropped off a little bit, but we're waiting for fucking Tattoo U over there to call in. I heard Lookmill was in here talking. You know, that's, I don't know, man. He got a thing. I guess he was talking shit earlier, trying to say that I started the bullshit last time, but dude, he was way out of line. He was way out of line. Let's see, Renee Diedrich. I have a text out of the history of robbing drug dealers. Remmeaver, Rostow, and I don't know about when. He definitely did not rob Masario. Masario. It's Massaro, but I know.
I would say he would be more like in cahoots with Massaro than.
I think she's saying remember, like that's not a name. I think she's saying remember Rostow and Massaro. Yeah, he does not have a history though, other than robbing Bernard Crow. Like we don't know that thing at Cielo was robbing Rostow. I think it was, but we don't know. Massaro, he did not rob Massaro. No, Massaro. Oh wait, here comes Mr. Tattoo. Yes, Tattoo U, you're on the air.
Dude, TLB Radio, what's going on?
That's your open?
Glad to be here. What's that, brother?
That's your open? Who is this?
It's fucking Ace Tattoo, king of the fucking universe. What's up?
Dude, this is your open?
Yeah, dude. Fucking welcome to TLB Radio. It's me, your fucking greatest asset.
Dude, that's
fucking spiking your ratings right now. Dig it.
Dude, you couldn't spike you couldn't spike a New Year's Eve fucking punch, dude. Much less a fucking
your fucking
ratings.
mom said when I was fucking getting in that ass last night, buddy.
Yeah, my mom
dug that corpse up and had a couple rounds with her.
My mom,
the flies were a little bit much, but it was cool with me.
Yeah, well,
I don't mind a good flyer.
Yeah.
A little
Well, dude, she is 74, so you know, half
dead. The flies were a little much for me, but I don't mind the seafood.
That's cool. I'm glad you I'm glad you like 74-year-old pussy. I mean, you know, I prefer
someone age, but I thought you were fucking 74, bro. You sound 74.
I do sound 74 tonight. You're right. You sound like about 5. You sound like you got no balls, like you've yet to hit puberty, but keep trying. You know?
Well, that's the best part about being a real man is taking care of yourself and having fucking money and a life. And being able to do shit and have friends.
Yeah. Yep.
So, you calling people cunts on air and shit is why I call.
Yeah.
But what I did
So guess what? I'm calling. So right
now,
I'm calling you a cunt right to your fucking beady little eyes, you little bitch boy, because you got.
Can we take the C word out of the equation?
I've ever fucking heard there, buddy. That was the weakest fucking problem. You're not only a little bitch, you wouldn't know how to spike anything, much less know how to fucking come on a show and take over, dude. You know what? I'm going to take over right now, and I'm going to fucking dog stomp you right down into the curb because you ain't worth a piss, dude. That was the weakest.
Children.
You haven't spiked a fucking thing since the goddamn spike hit you, boy, right between the fucking.
Children, calm down.
Yeah. So you're talking. This is a
and this is the thing, dude. You gotta fuck people's mama. You fucking came in with a mama's joke. Can you believe this fucking moron? This Jay Brone came in with a mommy joke from 3rd grade, dude. And you think you're spiking ratings?
Your grandmother's a fucking nigger lover. Now shut the fuck up.
My grandmother's dead, you stupid fuck.
Oh,
you know
see?
what? You got nothing,
Say
boy.
some
You're
shit.
weak. You're weaker than the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
goddamn mother that
Stop
bred you. Your
talking.
mother should have aborted, dude. Let me tell you something, Junior. When you go out next time, don't forget to put your helmet on, okay? He fucking hung up. He fucking hung up. What a bitch.
Call back.
Can you believe the fucking that he sounded like a little fucking 13-year-old? He had no balls in his voice. He called me a grandma. At least I hit puberty, dude. Jesus Christ. Why were you so mean to him, Tana?
I wasn't mean to him.
You fucking asshole. You ran him off. What a pussy. Dude, you hung up.
I appreciated actually the comment about the C word.
David Rogerson, ace tattoo boy, hung up. You weak little bastard.
if you call back, I'll try to be a referee so you guys don't just talk over each other.
Dude, you look at him typing in chat now. You are a weak little bitch, dude. You had nothing. You could not take it. You kept yelling over me, dude, and you couldn't even step. At least Tana, at least Laufenberg can talk over me. It's like she actually talks over me and drowns me out. You no balls little bitch. Oh, fuck off. You ain't worth it, you little piss ass.
Let him come back on.
You for what? To crack a third grade mama?
No. Come on.
That guy.
Let him back on, and you guys calm down.
He couldn't even talk over me.
Well, let's have a talk.
What? Because he didn't like my word. He couldn't handle the word cunt. Because that's what he is. Him and his mother are cunts.
I don't like the C word either, Brian.
I don't care. Fuck, I'll call you a cunt. I don't give a fuck anymore. You think I care what people? I don't give a fuck. You don't like my words? Go somewhere else. I don't care. Like this ain't about. Let me ask. How much? How much do you pay?
I'm not going to sit here and be called the C word. You know that.
Well, I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying.
You know that's not going to happen.
I didn't say it would. I'm telling you that you, Mr. fucking ace fucking tattoo you boy, anybody, I don't give a fuck who you are. Like nobody is going to tell me what I can and can't say. It's not going to happen. I don't care if you like it. I don't care if you do. Don't listen. I don't pay you to listen. I don't ask you to listen. Well, I do ask. I'm not saying I don't. I do ask. But I don't care if you don't. I really don't. I don't care if you listen or not. I don't care. Don't listen. I'll sit here in front of nobody and talk. I don't give a fuck. And I've never seen somebody punk out the way that little ace bitch just did, okay? Mr. I'll fucking snap you in half. Dude, you don't have the balls to snap a fucking toothpick, much less me.
Well, I at least have appreciation for the fact that he called in. Most people don't even do that. They get too scared.
Well, I don't know.
So that was nice.
I get pretty good calls. I mean, I get people to call in.
You could have been a little nicer, though, when people come to visit.
Oh, I could have been nicer? Yeah. You're right. I could have been, but I didn't want to. I know. That's the funny part. He actually called in to rant about my language using the exact same language.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Somebody check out his channel for me. I want to see that channel. Let me see if I can find his channel.
I think you should let him, if he wants to call back in. It looks like he wants to call back in. I think you should let him call back in.
I know you do.
I'm okay with it. I want to hear what he's got to say.
What's he going to say? Some more dumb shit? Did you see his opening? He has 2 IBDM. What's his credits? Dude, any day, David Rogerson, I will. Dude, you got nothing, dude. You literally have nothing. That's why you got stoned. That's why you left. That's why, if he hadn't hung up, I'd let him back on. He hung up. Thank you, Amy Wilkins. That's literally it. You hung up, dude. You tapped out. What's his movie? Somebody tell me what his movie is. I don't know anything about the guy. Yeah, he dropped the N-word too. Did you like that, Tana? Did that get you wet? Did you like him saying?
Whoa.
Did you like hearing the N-word? You like him that much, Tana? Is he that fun? Did you like that N-word, Tana?
No, I didn't like that word, and I'm not going to have you talking to me like that either. No way.
I didn't hang up, dude. You hung up, you stupid little bitch. Right in the middle of me blasting you. In fact, I probably got to edit that out now. YouTube will probably give me a strike now because of that. Fucking idiot. You realize now that because he said that. Now we're timestamp that, Tana. When was that? Probably, let me see here. So he probably was about 15 minutes ago. It was about the 2-hour mark. I'll have to check it.
Why? What did he do?
He literally said the N-word.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm sure YouTube is going to be like, well, we can't have that. So you're going to, like people will do that. They'll try to sabotage your broadcast by either saying something like that or they'll fucking, expose themselves or something. Yeah, it's there, fancy pants Nance. It's there. Totally there. And then he was getting punked down. He couldn't hang until he hung up like a little bitch.
And Gil Hodges counts the F words.
Yes. Yeah, he screamed it. Right. Thank you, Fox Guy.
Yeah, that's not real cool.
See, David, here's how it works. I don't have to shut up, dipshit. It's my podcast. I don't have to shut up. It's my show. See, I control you, tattoo boy. Tattoo boy. Oh, goddamn. So here's what I'm saying though, right? This guy says, "Oh, you let me on, dude. I'm gonna destroy your career on the air. You'll never broadcast on the air again. That's how badass I am." And I let him on. And what was his opening statement? He was like a fanboy.
I didn't pick up on fanboy.
Yeah, he was a fanboy. He was sucking my hey, Brian Davis, yeah, it should do a radio show.
That might have been his tone, but the content I don't think was exactly like that.
Yeah, because he didn't like the way I came off. I said, "Look there, motherfucker," or whatever I said.
You're using the C word.
Yeah, I said, "You're a fucking bitch," or whatever I said. Well, I don't even know what I said back, but I said, then he dropped his little fanboy act and tried to get tough, and then he got his ass handed to him, and he hung up. I don't have to shut up. Yeah. Look, anybody can make a mother joke. Anybody can say the N-word. Anybody can do that. Like back in the 3rd grade, they were doing that. I do have fun, unlike you little douchebag. Like you're definitely a phony. You don't come anything. You don't come anything as out. You talk a big game and you show up with nothing. Temporary tattoos. That's a great one. That's you, dude. Whoops, that's not it. Where'd he go? Temporary tattoo boy. David Rogerson. Ace temporary tattoo. Look, and he's going to say, "Great show." Yeah, I know it was. Thank you. Like an idiot. Shitbird. There's a good one. Shitbird. No, anyway. I think your name's funny, dude. Of course I'll say it. Like he had to put Ace Tattoo on the end of it. Let everybody know. He's Ace Tattoo, I guess. I don't know. Very funny. Oh, God. Anyway, what else we got, Tana? Anything?
No, I don't think so.
He's famous. How can you say he's famous? In his own mind, he's famous? What? What name? What has he got? Look, he's so mad right now. Look at him. He is so fucking pissed off because he just got owned on the fucking radio, on the internet. Look. Oh, last ride for you. Yeah, I heard that before. No, you have nothing. Ooh, that's original. Oh, here's a real original one. Loser. Haven't heard that before. Thanks. I have to steal that one. I'm not going to Google him, dude. Why would I Google? I couldn't care less. Google. If you're so famous that I got to Google you, you're not that famous. Believe me. Hey, I got a movie. I got a movie too. Thomas got a movie. Yeah, I shouted over you because you were trying to shout over me, dude. And my shout's bigger than your shout, like everything else. Bigger than you. Yeah, you're right. You're right, dog. He just wants the free advertising. Look at that. Pathetic. You're so pathetic, Ace. I bet you're not even a good tattoo artist. Or is that the name of your stupid movie?
Like Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Sean C. searched it. They've got an info for it. Dead. Like, yeah, easy. Like they think it's easy. Like, they think it's a thing for like to be on the IBMD or whatever that fucking shit's called. Like, you know how easy it is to get on that? Like, you just sign up and fill your name out. It's that simple. That's why I didn't do one. They asked me to do one. I wouldn't do one because everybody's doing one. I don't think I deserve it. Henna tattoos. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Oh, God. Yeah, he's probably got a tramp stamp on himself. Yes. Hey, Ace, do you do your own tramp stamp on yourself there, buddy? You should, because you are a fucking pussy. It's funny. He sounded like a 14-year-old, though. He literally sounded like some kid before puberty. Yeah, he's probably using an alias. Anyway, all right. I've had enough of Ace. The only Ace I like is the fucking. I like two of them. I like the one on the golf course, and I like the one on the band Kiss that used to be in the band Kiss. Those are the only two Aces. Oh, and the one up my sleeve that I always carry. Right, Tana?
I don't know.
You know.
Right.
That's right. There you go. Thank you, Andy Taylor. Ace Frehley. Badass. No way. Bernard Crow's got an DB. Get out. That's crazy. Nancy, fancy pants Nance. That's original too. I like that. That is original name. Better than fucking Ace Jeff Rogerson Ace Tattoo.
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny. All right. Hey, thanks everybody. I'm going to get us out of here before I die of boredom over here of our own show. That was a little fun, but Ace, I got to tell you, dude, you were easy. I did do them. I ain't going to lie. I ate the rest of the mushrooms. Here's the empty. Should I show the empty bag? I'll show it. I don't care.
Does it really even matter at this point?
No, I don't think it matters. But yeah.
Right.
Right there's my empty bag. I ate the mushrooms. I don't care. I'm waiting for them to kick in. I'm probably about an hour, well, maybe 45 minutes ago. I'm not going to lie. So I'm waiting for them to kick in. They'll probably kick in probably right when we go off the air. I'll really be in bad shape. You're probably right, Tattoo Boy. I probably will be playing with my own dick tonight at some point just because I'm freaking out of the mushrooms.
Wow, classy. That's really classy.
Oh, Tana, I know I can't be as classy as you, Queen. You know how you like people just, talking about whatever that they say is all good. And, you got to give people credit. Like,
you know what? I think I have a video to play.
All right, go ahead. Play it. Hey, thank you, Ollie Oxenfree. I appreciate your input and contribution to coming in tonight. Thank you. Yeah, Tana, judge not. Thank you, Classic.
So do you think this is the end?
This is the end. Dun, dun, dun. My beautiful friend, the end. Do I think this is the end?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's a question.
The end of what? The end of the world? The end of the earth? The end of what? The end of the show? The end of what? That's very ambiguous. It's very open. Yeah, it's never the end. Oh, that's great, Sean C. I appreciate that. That's kind of true, actually. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We got a thing. We got to complete.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe she won't. Hello, Tomas. Is it Tomas? I think it's, or is it Thomas? I hope I didn't mispronounce. I see your name all the time in our group, but I never knew it was I never knew you were from Europe. But thank you for checking in. Hey, thank you, Renee Gertler. Good to have you in, as always. Thank you. Ha! That's a good line. It's the end of the world. Is that what you're going to play? The REM song?
No, I was going to play the song for the F meter.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. I mean, if you think it's the end, is that what you're saying? I mean, it might be the end for you. Is that what you're saying? I mean, hey, by God, if you can go do a better show with somebody else, Tana, go. You think you're the queen and you think it's so, everybody thinks I'm such an abuser to you and you think you're abusing, you think you're abused, then I'm not keeping you here, woman.
It has nothing to do with abusing anything. Nothing to do with abusing anything.
Let me tell you something. I sat there and said, you think I'm abusing you? And you go, well, I don't know. Like you were wavering on.
I think that you use abusive language often, Brian. You do abusive language.
I've never abused you, number one. Okay.
I said you use abusive language, and I'm not.
I've treated you. I don't give a fuck what language I use, and I've said that many times.
Exactly.
That's not okay with
me.
I don't give a fuck what's okay because you're a hypocrite.
Exactly. You don't give a fuck. That's the problem. You don't.
No, you use the same language. You use the exact same language.
Like that. No, I don't.
Oh, not like that though. But I do. But not like that.
Cunts?
What?
Do all this other shit? Do I call people cunts?
Yeah, you do.
Who?
Danny After Dark, Paul Jacobs.
I called Paul Jacobs a cunt. Yes, but that's.
Are you gonna? Don't lie and say you don't do it though. Don't say you don't fucking use the language. You hypocrite. That's my point.
I use it for one person.
Oh, I don't.
One person.
Oh, I don't. I only use it for one or two people, but I don't use the language.
One person.
That's called a fucking hypocrite. Look the word up. Look it up. Look. All right. Fuck face. I'm so fucking done with you. I don't even care.
I know. That's where it is. That's where it is.
You know what? You goddamn it. That's right. Go fuck with somebody else. And I'm sick of fucking with you. Okay. I don't
want to fuck with anybody. I don't want to do any of this.
You are a rude, you are a, you know what? Here's what's going to happen.
You're absolutely the most annoying asshole.
Here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen.
Irrational. You're going
to end up crying tonight. You're going to end up crying. You're going to end up crying and walking off the show like you always do. You're not going to come back because you don't give a fuck about the listeners. You don't give a fuck about the people. Yeah, two can play that game, cunt. You fucking cunt. Fuck you. You're a fucking cunt. I don't even want to do the show with you anymore. You're a fucking douchebag.